Hello
And welcome
to BB on Blast, Celebrity Big Brother.
Saturday night. We're not normally here on a Saturday night, are we?
No, who are you?
Ooh, the party's starting. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Gaz.
We've got the Prosecco. We've had some rosé.
We've had a whole bottle of rosé.
Yeah.
So this... Actually, I'm feeling okay,
I
aren't
feel
you?
alright. It's because we've drank it over quite a long period of time. We're having a natter in the garden.
We had a glass of wine and a meal. Like,
yeah.
Is a 14-year-old can have that in a pub, can't they? Maybe that's too young. 15? What
classy.
age is it when you can enter a pub in the UK and have a glass of wine with a meal?
Don't ask me.
It's quite young, isn't it? Like, surprisingly so.
Probably. So this is what's happening, listeners.
What is happening?
We're watching the live feed. Well, I say that. We've been just watching some ornaments on rotation for 15 minutes.
We're on. Dun, dun, dun,
No,
dun,
longer
dun.
than 15 minutes.
We're on Mickey Watch.
50 minutes.
50 minutes. So Streets are saying, Twitter
Yeah.
is saying that Mickey has walked. That's
One
why.
person on Twitter is
One
saying...
person who probably got no links to production.
yeah,
knows nothing.
but we
What?
haven't seen Mickey. So now they've just started showing the house.
Oh,
They're all...
everyone looks to be gathered.
Oh,
Seems to be
yeah,
gathered.
it's just birds.
But this is everyone. And I don't see Mickey.
Mickey
Hang on.
might be
How many
gone.
is left? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't count them. Head count.
Counting's not good podcasting.
1, 2, 3,
Look,
4, 5.
Mickey's
6,
either
7,
gone or he's
8,
asleep
9,
somewhere.
10, 11, 12, 13. He's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, because there were 13 housemates.
Mm.
Michael's been evicted, RIP.
This is why
Mickey's not here.
Michael's not dead, just to say. This is why they're not...
Mickey said I'll see you in the next life as he left.
Oh, yeah. Not if I see you first.
Oh no, and Mickey's not here.
This is why... Oh, Jimmy's
Maybe he's
died.
drowned himself in the jacuzzi.
After he realised he had to be there another 5 days. This is why they're not turning up the volume on the live feed.
Well, that's stupid because we
can
can see with our eyes now that he's not here.
We can see with our eyes, but we cannot hear with our ears.
Mm.
The only thing we can hear with our ears is birdsong.
I suppose he could be in the diary room
On that sofa,
or
asleep.
that, or in the other task room, as we saw on Late and Live. This task.
Oh yeah,
this room.
didn't have people watching.
So maybe he's.
Is there someone else missing?
Maybe he's like the captain or something in the role.
Is there someone
in
else
the
missing?
task.
Because he won't be able to do it on his own. He needs help.
No,
Trisha!
No, she's there.
Oh.
She's there next to Patsy. I did a head count, and I think there's only one missing.
Oh.
But that task room looked like it was supposed to be like the captain's
Spy
headquarters
shack.
or something. But yeah, there was a screen in there. But why would there be one person alone watching the screen? You know,
Yeah.
mind you, Mickey's quite happy on his own. Apparently, he's lived alone for the last 6 years.
Yeah, so I've heard. Interesting. Oh well.
Oh well, now there's a little dance going on. So
They're doing some swashbuckling.
Oh, careful!
What?
Don't know.
What do you think I was going to say?
Swastika.
No, swashbuckling. Why am I saying that so weird?
Swashbuckling.
I'm saying like Joe Swash.
Wait,
Swashbuckling.
is swashbuckling the dance?
It's like what pirates do, isn't it, with a sword? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Swashbuckling.
Yeah.
Do you know
I'd
what?
like to see what that means as a definition.
I want to tell you something. Well, just
Mm-hmm.
ask AI. Gary will do it for you. Hi, Gary.
Yes.
have a thought.
Oh.
Fuck
It's
Mickey.
not like you.
Fuck Mickey. I've had enough of him.
What's
he
the
can
thought?
go.
Go on.
That's it. Fuck Mickey. He can go.
Mickey's done what he needed to do.
Yeah, you know, earlier in the week I was saying, oh, if you want Mickey out, you've misunderstood the assignment.
Yeah.
Fuck him. I've seen all I need to see now.
I was asking this question.
Yeah.
So let's just go
Enough.
back. So this I know we're going to come to it.
He's
but
probably going to pop up in a second.
Arr, pop up pirate. Arr, me hearties. I found this eviction really difficult because I didn't want any of these people to go.
No.
But then I started to question, has Mickey delivered all Mickey can deliver?
Yeah.
Like, he's been clueless, he's been hilarious, he's been controversial, he's also had a little bit of growth perhaps. Has he completed...
He's been sweet.
Has he completed the arc?
He's been misogynistic. He's been homophobic.
Yeah. Check.
He's been doddery.
Check.
He's done some comic relief. But now I just feel like they're all having to babysit him and it just gets a bit old, I think. I feel like Gary Busey had a few more marbles than Mickey had.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah,
Well,
but Gary,
no.
Oh, I don't know. Gary Busey was like likeable and rootable. Mickey is just
Because
like...
he had a goose honk.
Yeah, that was fucking great. And because everyone was against Gary. Whereas Mickey, like, people like are pandering to him and stuff. I don't know. I just feel like he's taking up a lot of airtime and I want to see other people as well.
Oh,
thing.
I
Do you think?
see. You want to see more of Jack P. Shepherd. That's what your
I
problem
do.
is.
I was pissing me off all these people going, "Oh, he's boring." You don't know him like I do. But at the same time, if I
He is boring.
At the same time, if I didn't know him, I'd think he was boring too.
Well,
and then
he ain't entertaining enough to be in the edit.
Exactly, and then my argument, oh, they've just not shown him yet. If he was doing anything that interesting,
He'd
they
be
would have shown him.
shown.
That's exactly what I would say to myself.
God, that's
So
like
I'm-
looking in a mirror in a mirror.
I
in a
know.
mirror.
I'm arguing with myself, which is, a common occurrence. But yeah, I was happy that Jackie P survived. I know he seems boring, but he's not. And plus, he was saying he wanted to be there. They were showing him going, "Oh yeah, I do want to be here." Cause,
Yeah, they do that quite transparent.
Yeah.
You're going to talk now about how you feel
Yeah.
about being up for eviction.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did note that he was happy to be
yeah,
there.
because he should tell his face that because he looked miserable as fuck.
Yeah, and I think, didn't they say on his podcast, did I even listen to it? I think didn't someone say, I'm not sure if he's very happy being there.
Colson and Ben on the podcast were like, "Oh, he's really depressed. Like, we're really sad." And I was thinking, "Oh God, I thought they'd just be taking the piss out of Patsy Palmer saying look like the Joker."
Yeah, I mean, they probably thought they were going to have loads to talk about.
Yeah,
and they've not got much.
Yeah, it's dead,
Slim
isn't
pickings,
it?
yeah.
He's making less of an impact than Colson, and that's not good. I listened to Danny
Beard's.
Beard's podcast today.
What's it called?
Gossip Gays.
Gossip Gays.
They had Colson on their podcast.
Oh, for lots of cross-pollination. I told you there's something going on there.
They're plugging each other's podcasts. We should do this with other
Look,
podcasts.
you've got to see what's in front of you.
What are you saying?
On Danny's podcast, he said someone will probably nominate him for something like a fart. And what happened? Jack nominated him for a fart.
Yes.
I'm telling you, they've constructed
And
this
then
narrative
on Jack's
outside.
podcast, they were talking about all his aftershaves, and then he got nominated for smelling too much of aftershave.
Yeah, but that's coincidental, and unless Donna's got some podcast and we don't,
Yeah,
know
maybe she
about.
does. Maybe she does.
But I've got a suspicion about this Jack and Danny thing. I think they've...
Jack and Danny, isn't that Cockney rhyme and slang for fanny? I think it is, you know.
It sounds like it could be. I think they've got pre-game.
Oh,
Yeah.
pre-existing
Pre-existing game, yeah.
Pre-gaming alliance. Ooh.
I think they
but
have.
I've never seen them speak to each other. That's
Ah,
part
good
of it.
strategy.
That's part of it. Shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, because how are On the Sofa and Gossip Gays like in cahoots with each other?
Not at
They're
all.
quite different.
They're like
And
worlds
now
apart.
Yeah, now they'll be like all on talking about things together. Interesting.
How are you finding Gossip Gays now? You've
Well,
warmed into it?
I absolutely hated the episode where Danny was on about going in the house, and I actually started to dislike Danny when I listened to that episode. I thought, this is the most self-indulgent, like, a claptrap I've ever heard. It was almost like he was going off into space or won an Oscar or something, and they were going, well done, and I was just thinking, this is bad. But then I listened to the next episode, and they were like just being normal, and they were fine.
But it's exciting when someone you know is going to the
It is,
low.
and to be fair, I have quite mixed feelings on Danny. Like sometimes I think I don't really like him that much, but then he really makes me laugh.
Oh really?
Yeah, and then sometimes I think he shows a really nice side, but sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm meant to like him, but I don't know if I really like him, kind of thing.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm warm to Danny because I know Danny from Drag Race, and I've really enjoyed like Danny's live shows when they're singing as well. Like I go to their events as a fan, I suppose, as a punter. Yeah, so I'm predisposed to like them. But I really, really, really have enjoyed Danny's interactions with Michael and Mickey as well, actually.
Yeah.
And as much as like Mickey's said some really horrific things, and this week, at least we've seen it, and two, he's been warned for it. But three, I feel like it really provoked conversation about gender equality stuff, and Danny approached those subjects, and we wouldn't have necessarily got that otherwise without other people being in there.
I actually think Danny is...
Look,
what's that?
That drone's coming in, I bet.
I'm
not sure though. Are they
They're
just
pointing at the sky?
Sorry, we're so distracted by the live
No,
feed.
because it's interesting, I think, if you can't see it.
Oh, maybe this is part of the task.
I think Danny is actually quite a multifaceted character, which is obvious. We all are.
Yeah.
But there's certain parts of him I think, oh, I don't know, and then he really makes me laugh. And then sometimes he's very kind, very insightful, very intelligent.
Oh, there's a tentacle coming over the garden wall.
Oh my god!
It's part of the task.
Get it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Mickey's gone.
What I would say about Danny, and especially from that podcast, is I think from
coming in, thought that podcast was over the top.
No, but it wasn't Danny that was annoying me. It was everyone else around him.
Kissing his arse, basically.
I think that Danny's quite being very open with the fact that
That's hilarious.
his tentacles are
Look
like
at the sea.
breaching the
The
Big Brother
sea is
walls.
made of plastic bin bags.
What else
Actually,
did
the
they do?
sea actually is made of plastic bin bags, so that's quite a good allegory for the truth of all the
Wow.
plastic that's ending up in the sea.
That's why you need to use a paper straw.
Did you like the use of the word allegory there?
Very much so. Anyway, I'm trying to say
Sorry.
that it seems that Danny you could say Danny has an agenda to go into the house
Yeah.
to further their career, which
He does.
they do, and
Which is fair enough.
because it happens,
Yeah.
right? And I suppose from Danny's point of view, coming off of like a reality TV show, and maybe looking at someone like Rylan, who went into Big
Yeah.
Brother, and look how it changed Rylan's life. Maybe Danny feels like there's a potential for this for him.
Danny admitted on his podcast he had an agenda to get more work, and I admire that. Of course, you're not on there for nothing, are you?
No.
He's probably only getting paid 30 grand or something compared to. I think
Oh, yeah.
Mickey Rourke got 500 grand, although he won't get it now.
Not if he's walked.
They'll make a hell of a saving on that. But yeah, if someone like Danny, what would he get? 50 grand or something like that? It's
I
not
don't
really
know,
that
maybe.
much, is it? I bet Jack P. Shepherd got a fair wedge being an ITV person.
Oh yeah, I should think so.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I was going to say about Danny is like I feel like Danny went in with this mindset of like this is I think Danny has watched Big Brother for a long time, so it's like a really exciting thing to do.
Yeah.
2 thinks there's opportunity in it, but 3 is sort of having I've done a 1, 2, 3 twice already.
Oh my
Once
God.
already. Sorry, second 1, 2, 3 I've done this
You
episode.
should do ABC this time.
3. Sorry, it's 3. It's too late. I've labelled it. So C. I think Danny's having their mind opened to why other people are in the house, because there's a conversation. It was on a live feed, but not in the show, I don't think. And I don't know if you saw it. I posted it on Twitter. He was talking. I'm really mixing Danny's pronouns. He was talking to Chesney in the Snug about a conversation that he'd had with Trisha about how she wanted to show that you could still do stuff with cancer, and I felt like it had sort of blown Danny's mind, and they
Okay.
felt a bit emotional about listening to Trisha's story, and I think it made the question about like their motivations for being in the house
okay,
and
yeah.
how other people have got different motivations. So
Yeah.
I feel like Danny's finding these connections with people like Michael, who he didn't think he would like,
Yeah.
and challenging certain topics with Mickey and getting to the point of doing his makeup. I feel like Danny's actually having one of those proper Big Brother experiences where
Yeah, and like
it's moving you.
yeah, and the old cliche of meeting types of people you wouldn't normally meet
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah, no, I agree. And but there's something about this like whole well, I never thought I'd get on with a Tory. Something about it seems very almost pathetic to me, like juvenile. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to get on with these types of people if they're in the house. Do you know what I mean? Not every Tory has no redeeming features. Like, yeah, we all hate Tories.
Yeah.
Gaz is laughing. You think
I
I'm
can't
digging
believe you're saying
you think I'm
this.
digging a hole.
No.
Well, it's true. Like, people are just people. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Tories are evil and their policies suck. But yeah, some of them will be funny, or some of them will do something that you relate to, or has a sob story, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Just going, well, I hate all Tories. I find it quite juvenile and quite pathetic, to be honest. People on Twitter thought, I hate Tories. I just think, shut up, whatever.
This is really interesting.
Really?
Okay, so really, so this is very, very hypothetical. But imagine there was a situation that happened that meant you had to move into a shared living space, and one of the housemates was a Tory MP. This is really unlikely. Housemate.
Yeah.
That if you had to put your life
Yeah.
with someone, you'd probably
Yeah.
choose to not
God,
live with the Tory, wouldn't you?
100%.
But you could if you had to, you're saying.
I'd put it this way, I'd rather live with a Tory than like a policeman or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like, all these things that people hate. A Tory you might have a laugh with. A cop, they're never going to laugh about anything.
Right.
I know you've got a
You
friend
say
who's
that,
a
but
policeman.
one of my
I know.
boyfriend's
but
close friends.
I didn't know he was a policeman. You never fucking told me. God knows what I might have said in front of him with my extracurricular
No, but doesn't that
activities.
tell you, like, when the person in question, when you're
Yeah.
around them, you wouldn't actually know they're a
No,
policeman.
but once he said, after that I could tell. What's that? Not recency bias. It's confirmation bias.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going well off.
It's a bit
we're losing the plot.
If you were to meet a group of people,
yeah,
someone could be aligned with the Tories politically, and you wouldn't know necessarily.
Not unless they're wearing like a little, V-neck jumper and a little tie.
There's always signs.
Some cream trousers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just makes me laugh because on dating apps it's always like no TERFs, no Tories, blah 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 blah. But I've secretly said to people dating, I don't really care if someone's a Tory if I'm just gonna have sex with them and never see them again.
If the sex is alright. If the sex is alright, it's okay, isn't it?
You have a hate fuck, innit? Who knows? You wouldn't actually go out with them or be seen in public with them, but behind closed... Oh, what am I saying? This is because we've had a bottle of rosé.
What? I don't think you're incriminating yourself or anything. Why? What are you worried about?
I'm not worried about anything.
Fine.
I'm just worried that I'm alienating all of our listeners.
All of our Tory listeners. If you're a Tory, send us an email to bbonpluspod@gmail.com and tell us why Tories make good housemates.
Or good sex partners.
Or good sex partners.
Come out the closet.
Anyway, can we just talk in general? We've got to talk about the big issue.
What is the big issue?
I think it's in this episode, really. The warning, Mickey's unacceptable behaviour.
Jesus,
you obviously felt in the aftermath that he was still of value and you didn't want him to go because the knee-jerk reaction is get him out.
This is very tricky subject, and I would prefer to talk about it when
after
I get
another
to it.
bottle of wine has been consumed.
When I get to it in my notes, because I'll have written down points that are relevant.
Hard-hitting points.
No, but I would rather see what I've written and refer back to that.
Oh, okay.
Because I have quite mixed feelings about it, to be honest.
Okay.
But then I see people on Twitter going, oh my God, he said blah, 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 and he's just not out of the house. And then I think...
Sometimes when you see it written down in the cold, they are kind of right.
Yeah.
Because in essence, someone said, like...
I will tie you up.
He's threatening to rape her straight.
That is actually fucked.
And that is really bad.
If you actually think about that for 1 second.
We've seen people get kicked out for as much. What was it? Then Hazel and Daly, that was some weird stuff about...
Yeah. He grabbed her around the neck as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, let's get to it. Oh, unless you want to talk about it now. We can talk about it now, but then we're going to have to talk about it again.
Okay, we'll go into the episode, because I think it's coming up in this next episode,
please.
to be honest.
So let's not throw, caution to the wind. Let's be methodical about this.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll hold my horses.
Yeah, please do. So I'll take us through this one, because Gaz's notes are a bit ramshackle.
A bit higgledy-piggledy.
As is this podcast. So...
Thanks for listening, by the way. If you're new here and you come back, nice to see you again.
Yeah, thanks.
And also, all you old stalwarts, thanks for coming back.
The old guard. So what do you think about this? Trisha basically saying to Danny, oh, you're a bit loud last night. You're keeping me awake. Can you pipe the hell down?
Trisha's getting on my wick, to be honest. Yeah, I know.
Didn't I fucking say? This is exactly what she used to be like.
She's so fucking sanctimonious. And she also wants it all to be about her. There's a single conversation she can't steamroll and make it about herself.
Or do a fucking name drop.
Yeah.
She's bugging.
I'm sorry,
when she stopped that argument happening the other day, I was done with her then.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
I'm happy for her to be proving that you can, live well whilst dying of cancer. But it doesn't... That's not a... guarantee
to like her.
No, it's not a guarantee you like her, actually. And I said to you, I saw her daughter on the other show and I thought, oh God, what if she's a bit of a dick? She's a bit of a dick.
I fucking told you.
She is.
Do you know what? I actually don't mind her as much as I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to hate her more.
Well,
but
she's
now
showing
her.
And
now I see everyone else hating. I'm like, I was there first.
Yeah, you were. You hadn't forgotten. That's why.
I know, because when people show you who they are,
believe them first time.
Oh God!
Yeah,
I wish I hadn't said that.
That's a good quote. That was.
It's true though. I remember different times, but
did RuPaul make that up or
did he fuck? He, she?
Yeah, he
did
or
they
she.
fuck?
Also, to that person that said to us on YouTube, we can't get Danny's pronouns right. Danny's
we
pronouns
have
are
got
literally
them right.
all of them. Apart from when Danny's in drag, you can say she. But I still think, as a Drag Race viewer, if you were to call Danny she, that would be absolutely fine too.
Big Brother said when Danny is dressed as a woman, you can say she.
Yeah.
Look, thanks for our YouTube comments. We've got quite a few nice ones, but I couldn't be bothered to log in and reply to them. But I appreciate people leaving comments on there, and when I read them, it makes me smile. So
thanks.
Thanks for that.
So Trisha came in and went, look, you were being really loud, and I wanted to say the F word.
But then I thought
Sorry.
I thought Danny would be like, oh, fuck this bitch. But Danny was like, oh, yeah, actually, I was being a bit loud and I'm sorry you heard that.
What I didn't appreciate was she tried to tell Danny that now out of drag, you're mellowing. And I was like, don't tell Danny that because now you're not in drag, you should be a different type of way.
Also, he'd only been out of drag 5 seconds. It was literally the next morning. Yeah.
And like, in Danny's defence, he'd just gone into the Big Brother house. I'd be buzzing my tits off as well.
Yeah, doing a Lily, keeping everyone out. She's lucky she didn't know her.
Yeah. Try being in the storage room with Lily singing Lady Gaga all night. Then you'll have something to swear about.
So there was this little bear that Fabri-can't had that was called Lindsay.
Oh, Lindsay
that
the bear.
Sweet.
Lindsay the bear got given immediately away to someone in the crowd as he came out the house, didn't he?
Close friends with it.
Can a Lindsay be a man?
It's a man, yeah, I think. It's like Lind is a man.
But why is it not Lindsay?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because this bear, he called Lindsay.
Yeah.
And that's the Speaker of the House of Commons, apparently.
Oh, yeah. I don't like my name being
And that could never be a woman.
Could never be a woman. Ding, ding, ding. God, there's lots.
Has there been a female? Hasn't, has
yeah,
there?
but no, I think there was one. Sally Burko.
No.
Wasn't she on Big Brother?
She's the wife of the Speaker of the House of Commons,
right.
John Burko. I thought John Burko had done it for a long time.
She pulls the strings, doesn't she? Oh, yeah, then he got... I don't know, something happened. Then he was on the Traitors or something, wasn't he? Do you remember? He was on, like, US
yeah, he was
Traitors.
on it, wasn't he? Token Brit.
This is the most stupid podcast ever, going all over the shop. You put that on the poster. Right, come on, pull it back together.
Yeah, I am doing a poster campaign for BB on Blast next series.
Donna and was it Angelica Bell was wearing the same pajamas, and there was some hoo-ha about it. There was something funny later about it in the nominations, but we'll get to that.
That's not a valid reason. Mickey got told off. Is Mickey getting told off for hanging his clothes over the camera?
Yeah, God.
He just thought it was a convenient hanger that Big Brother put there for him.
That fucking area where Mickey was sleeping.
What would you think about someone sleeping on a sofa in the corner of the room? Wouldn't that put you on edge?
What if you want to sit on the sofa and relax?
Can't. That's Mickey's bed.
With a picture of his dog next to him.
Yeah, with a medal.
Was it?
Yeah, it's got a medal on it and it says like Jack. Maybe that's the dog's tag. I don't know.
What
is it called Jack?
I don't know. Why did they want to sleep on the bloody sofa?
That really would. I wouldn't feel comfortable with someone that.
I wouldn't feel comfortable living with Mickey, would you? Even without all the, red flags. Just puts me on edge.
Yeah, it made me nervous because he seems to be so like.
Yeah.
Unaware of his surroundings. That would make me a bit nervous. Yeah.
And then someone was complaining. Oh, Jojo was saying, "Oh, I'm a bit OCD. Do you mind not like putting all your shit on my bed?" Basically, that's not OCD. That's just like respecting other people's personal space.
Yeah.
In fact, Mickey was just putting all his shit on other people's beds. What the fuck? I mean, he has his own bed that he's not sleeping in. Can't he just put his shit on that bed?
Well, that's what they did, didn't they? In the end, because they still had their suitcases at this point.
God, madness.
He also got up not wearing his microphone, and then didn't he proceed to go to? Did he brush his teeth with a toothbrush in the? Because what were you talking about brushing your?
That was later. That was on the live feed
with a finger.
Because he'd lost 2 toothbrushes apparently. Where he lost them, God only knows. Probably dropped them down the toilet or something.
So he had to use his finger.
Yeah, I've done that before. People were saying that's so weird, but I've done that like when I've forgotten my toothbrush. Just done it with toothbrush.
Yeah, in desperate times. Like maybe when you were a student and like you went out and you slept something you didn't expect to.
Yeah, that's not that weird. But what a lot of people had thoughts about this brushing your teeth in the sink. Is it actually that bad? Oh,
yeah.
See, this is like an Alex Sibley type thing.
That is bad
to me. But why? It's just going straight down the drain anyway.
Do you know why I think it's bad? Because people.
Bianca weren't happy.
No, well, rightly so. Mind you, it's no wait. Scratch that. I think it's bad because sometimes when you brush your teeth, you bleed.
Oh.
And people's food might go in the sink, and it's like. Not like...
It's not food you're going to eat again that's going in the sink.
What if you wash in the vegetables in the sink? It's unhygienic if
yeah.
people's bodily fluids are going down there too.
Right, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Not that I think you're going to catch a blood-borne virus or anything from something someone spat down the sink, but it still is a bit off for me.
Yeah, for me, I just thought, whatever. But yeah, I can understand it. I don't think I'm that hygiene obsessed like some people are. I'm more of a,
easygoing.
Gary Busey getting your
arse out on the sitting your bare arse on the kitchen counter.
I don't like people sitting on the fucking kitchen counter. That does piss me off, and I like that nomination by Jojo for that behaviour. Rightly so.
I like to sit on a kitchen counter, but obviously I've got my clothes on. I think Gary Busey was in with a bare arse, wasn't he?
Complaining about the bloody putting.
Oh, it's hardly the same.
It's dirty sitting on the kitchen counter.
From what? The bus seat.
Your butt. You know, some people. What do
Your
you think,
butt.
What do you think about this? People who moan about like when you come back from holiday and you put your suitcase on the bed.
I wouldn't do that.
I just think that's
you know how dirty the hold of the plane must be.
That is the most pedantic shit I've ever heard.
It's like when you put the shopping bags on the kitchen counter that have been on like the supermarket floor. I wouldn't do that either.
But you'd sit your fucking jogging bottomed arse on the kitchen counter.
Yeah, because I've only been sitting on chairs and
make it make sense.
The only thing is that maybe like the tube is dirty, so if you sat on that, maybe not ideal.
Oh God, this is just chaos.
How dirty do you think someone's trousers are going to be?
Well, yeah, like you say, if you're on the bus or the tube, God knows what the hell's on there. Semen, urine.
Ew.
God, this is going to be a long podcast at this rate. We found out Patsy's real name is Julie.
That was a shocker.
Yeah.
Good stage name, Patsy Palmer, but it's her mum's name.
Mickey was talking about his acting career in 9.5 Weeks and The Wrestler. Do you know about those films?
What is 9.5 Weeks?
It was like a sexy thing, you know, like sort of Basic Instinct type of thing.
That's his breakout 80s film, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Wrestler, wasn't he like playing an overweight, on the cusp of having a heart attack wrestler or something?
Yeah, but a box. Well, no, wrestler, sorry. The clues in the
The twist is, he's actually a boxer.
Apparently that was a really good film and it wasn't that long ago, so he must have gone
Oscar nominated,
downhill since then.
Well, if he was playing a fuddled old boxer, if the boot fits.
Bit of a busman's holiday, isn't it? He said he didn't enjoy filming it as he had to put on weight and there was long days. He called his priest, his doctor and his psychiatrist.
Why?
Don't know.
Was he having a breakdown after?
Maybe.
Maybe that's the time when he took himself away. Just guessing.
Oh, yeah. What about this Michael Fabri-can't's arse crack hovering over the jacuzzi? That was a bit unnecessary, wasn't it?
I grew a real soft spot for Michael Fabri-can't.
Were you sad when he went?
Yeah.
Who did you vote for?
Michael.
Did you?
Because I started to come to the acceptance that perhaps Mickey had done all that Mickey needed to do.
You came to that a couple of days before I did, I think.
Do you know how old Michael is?
65?
74, you know.
Is he?
It's pretty well held together for a 74-year-old, and I ain't seen that wig slip either. So that's
well,
stuck on.
I don't know about that.
Stuck
what about
on
when he
pretty
gets
well.
up in the morning?
Well, it's not shifted to the side or anything.
Mickey Rourke's wig is worse. It's not,
that's not a wig.
That fucking is.
Is it?
Are you joking? Have you seen it?
Why does he put his sunglasses outside over the hair?
I was
hair inside the glasses. No one does that.
He doesn't know what he's doing, does he? Doesn't know where he is.
I just grew this soft spot for Michael, and I felt like as a 74-year-old man, kind of enjoying his time in the Big Brother house, it's such a shame to have it stripped from him.
That was the thing that pissed me off. He really wanted to stay.
Yeah, and now Mickey's gone.
And
so bring Michael back, because basically there's a space for him now.
Yeah, but he's had that outside contact.
Yeah, I know. It's too late. He's got his phone back. I saw he tweeted.
That was the one thing that I thought, well, he wants to be there and he's enjoying it. And he's a bit of light relief as well.
Yeah, and his relationship with Danny was really nice to watch.
But when he went, I didn't feel that sorry.
Oh, I did.
I didn't.
When he saw the clip of Danny talking about him on Late in Life and he teared up, and then he just kept saying how much he missed being in the house, I felt really sad for him.
Do you know what? I was over him by then. I just thought, you can go now. And I thought in his interview he seemed fake.
Oh, interesting.
I just thought, you're just putting on this performance like fake Boris Johnson, like.
Oh, he's much more likeable than Boris Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know. But I do wish he was still there over Mickey, especially if Mickey's gone. But yeah, I wasn't bothered when he went. Ella was do you know who that is? Was saying she just split from her boyfriend 3 days ago. And was crying.
I knew something was wrong. Oh. I could tell, said Angelica. I knew something wasn't right.
That's about all we've seen of her all week, I think, crying about that.
That's hard to go in the BB house if you've got a broken heart, though.
That would be tough, yeah.
Mind you, Chris is right there.
But I think Chris is interested in someone else.
Something's
you know
going
what I
on
mean?
here. Michael revealed it on Late and Live.
See, this was interesting because I saw the tweet, because I obviously watched it today.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of tweets showing Chris rubbing Jojo's back in bed or something and her cuddling him.
Yeah.
And then Michael goes, oh yeah, I think there's something going on.
Yeah.
Will was like, oh no, I don't think she swings that way, whatever he said. And I thought, hold on, he's fucking been in the house with them.
Yeah.
He knows more than what you do because he's fucking lived with them. So he can see if there's a chemistry between them. I don't care if you're lesbian or whatever.
We've seen lesbians turn inside the Big Brother house before.
Tully. So I thought Will was very dismissive. And
this has become a hot potato too, because if
it?
you've seen the responses, I think is that girl called Siobhan who tweeted the clip.
I don't know.
Someone I think
she
you
got
follow.
in trouble for it, didn't she?
People were sort of coming for her, being like, oh, people always do this with lesbians. They're saying they're going to turn. But the chemistry, the touching like that was very intimate.
Yeah.
And there's several clips that I've seen posted where they are being very intimate.
And they've been like two peas in a pod ever since they went in there. Do you know what I mean?
I hadn't noticed though.
Well, they've been always together. Chris has been not with Ella at all.
The other thing is that apparently previously, and I know that, I mean, in the scheme of things, Jojo's still a very young person, but I think what I'd heard is she had said she was pansexual previously, but then someone in the responses said she's referred to herself as a lesbian more recently in all interviews.
Maybe because she's in a lesbian relationship.
But she's with a non-binary person.
Oh, that's
but,
it,
yeah.
Yeah. People change, and people are allowed to change. It's not like if she did do something with Chris, well, she shouldn't do something with Chris because she's in a relationship.
Yeah.
But it's like people are like policing. I don't know, like, what am I trying to say? Like, because she's like a gay icon kind of thing.
Right.
It's like if she did get off with Chris, there'd be like, horror about it, wouldn't there? But that's her life, and if it's a mistake, it's a mistake, and it's just part of your life experience, and it's none of anyone's fucking business, to be honest, apart from the fact she's on Big Brother.
For context, we might be predisposed to believe it could happen because it happened on Big Brother Australia, where someone went in with a long-term girlfriend
and was a big gay advocate. Like, that was a massive part of her identity, being gay, wasn't it?
And then fell for a guy, and they ended up
They
leaving
met the
house,
most gorgeous guy on the planet and changed their mind.
being together. So, we've seen it happen, but I understand why people would want to dismiss it if they feel like that's a common thing for people. I think people are saying, like, really, it's reinforcing what Mickey said.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tie you up and then you won't be lesbian anymore. Like, almost denying that lesbians exist. Like, we don't want to do that, but we're just saying what we see there is very intimate.
It's almost like saying, oh, being a lesbian is just a phase or whatever. It's like that sort of thing.
And that is dismissive, and that's not right. But when you can see something like that in front of you, I think it's fair to speculate.
I think we should go into it completely open-minded and just go off of what we see.
Yeah.
And just see it, track it as it goes along. We've seen people go in there like Preston and Chantel. Oh, well, he's got a girlfriend, so they can't be flirting.
Well, we're just like brother and sister.
Yeah, exactly. We've seen that
Can
many
they get married?
John
Just engaged?
Married, yeah. Like John and Neda. It's like, oh, no, that's not a thing. Because no, if I'm seeing something with my own eyes, then it is a fucking thing. Not that I've really seen that much of it, but I just thought it was interesting the way Will shut it down so fast. And it's like, it was like the PR machine. Like, it's like, no, hold on.
Well, actually, let's quiz Michael on it.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Exactly.
What have you seen?
In there with that's what pissed me off, because I thought, no, if anyone's going to know, he's going to know because he's been in there. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't know shit about it, but just...
this is the thing. Michael's picked up on that. And he's probably not particularly close to either of those housemates.
Yeah, exactly.
But the edit has chosen not to put it in.
Exactly.
But the live feed is letting it show a little bit.
Yeah.
So
let's keep.
What are we going to see in the show?
It's interesting. That's an interesting.
It's one to watch.
Interesting storyline. Okay, so Jojo's laboured car analogy. I don't know what that was. This is it. This is the start. This is the start of it.
Was that about relationships and like, you don't drive your old car?
Yeah.
Her dad's thing.
Yeah, because about your first love or something.
Yeah, she was talking about...
go back to your first love.
She was talking about breaking up. I don't know why, but she was talking about her dad taught her that she was like so wedded to this old car, but since she got the new car, she doesn't think about that old car anymore. It's about like maybe the mental struggle of coming to terms with the breakup. Like
with Chris. She's not going to think about that old girl anyway. It's true though, isn't it? Like, if you think about having sex with one of your ex-boyfriends, you just think, ugh, I'd rather be sick. Do you know what I mean? you would never like look back and think, oh God,
I miss
that was better.
Well, if you do, then something's wrong.
Yeah, you'd think, oh yuck,
Yeah.
that's disgusting. So this was the start of it. Oh,
We're in the other room.
where's Mickey?
That's no.
I know that's not Mickey. That's
Donna, Angelica, and
Is Donna actually asleep or just pretending
is
to
that
be
Jojo?
asleep?
I thought
Yeah.
she was just in the kitchen.
No, that was just Billy.
She was sat on the kitchen stool. I thought
Ah.
something going on here.
Um,
Anyway, it's still no sight of Mickey.
No, I think Mickey has gone. That rug looks like a trip hazard. Bringing Mario. It's Ella. Was it Ella you thought was Jojo?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
Ella.
Hey.
Oh no, I'm drunk and now we're coming to this important bit. So Mickey asked Jojo where the smoke room is. He said, "Do you like girls or do you like boys?" And she said,
Funny thing to ask someone. I mean,
yeah.
I guess it's okay to ask someone.
Was Mickey sort of flirting with Jojo? Because if so, it's a bit fucked up because he's 70 odd and she's 20.
I don't know if it was flirting.
Was it something like that? Well, it's like he went off her when he found out she was. He went, "Oh, I thought you were gay." Yeah.
Well. I don't know.
Something's off.
Keep going. I don't know if it was flirting.
Yeah.
I also wonder, like, it's what was the purpose of asking that question? He obviously had a suspicion.
Yeah. So she said, "Oh, my partner's actually non-binary." He chose to say nothing about that. Thank fuck. He said he'll only last 4 days. I don't know what that means without.
In the BB house.
I was going to say without a fag, and now I'm too scared to say the word fag.
You can say fag.
Wait,
it means cigarette.
This is another thing that was pissing me off. But this is a stupid semantics thing. But there's so many things to discuss just in this one thing. I don't want to get in the weeds. Right. Mickey said, "Oh yeah, if you won't be gay anymore, I'll tie you up." And then he went, "I'm gonna vote the lesbian out real quick." Why did he say that? That just. The way he said that was like, it was kind of mean, the way he said it. Just suddenly she's the lesbian. You don't even have an identity anymore.
Yeah.
Have you got any?
That is phobic, isn't it? To say that.
Jojo went, "That's homophobic." And then he goes, "Oh, I need a fag. Oh, I'm not talking to you. Oh, ha, 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 ha." And
but you don't even call a lesbian a fag. A fag, the slur of fag is leveraged against gay men.
Yeah.
So that's even the poor use and grasp of what the terminology means.
Plus, as he's American, which obviously said, he knows that fag is an offensive word in America.
Yeah, because Americans don't use fag to mean cigarette, so that was very pointed.
But he knows that you can say fag over here, so he's being cute with it in a way. So he's not as
cute with it.
No, but do you know what I mean? It's like trying to be like clever. To be like, I can call you a fag, but it's like not really because I'm talking about a cigarette
because
or
here
whatever.
It's not a problem.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like extra level of shady, really, isn't it?
Oh, it's wholly uncalled for. Yeah. Because he's only playing with that term because he knows it's offensive.
Yeah.
But in the context of being in the UK, it means something else.
But this is what pisses me off. I remember when I was feuding with the Johnny Depp fans.
I do remember.
And
that.
I said he looks like he smells of fags. And then someone reported me on Twitter, and I got blocked for being homophobic.
That's so stupid.
And it's like, bitch, you fucking know I was not saying Johnny Depp's a fag. Do you know what I mean? I was saying he looks like he smells of fags.
Smells like gay
i.e. he looks like he smells like a fucking alcoholic old junkie.
If he smelled like gay men, that would be a compliment.
Yeah, that would
smell like Jack P. Shepherd.
That'd be.
And he's straight.
So it's just like I understand that Americans don't understand how we use that word, but we use that word like literally. When my mum was here, my mum and Jack must have said the word fag about 1,000 times because we were talking about smoking, giving up smoking. Jack ran out of cigarettes and said, "I'm going to go to the shop and get some more fag." Like everyone says it here, but people don't really say it here to insult gay people.
Not at all. And
we would use many other words instead to insult gay people, wouldn't we? But we don't really say that for. We don't even say it with the OT on the end, do we? Really?
I had that instance, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
So faggot is a food type.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's your get out clause for saying that one. isn't it?
Yeah. That's what he'll be saying when he's on Traitors.
Yeah.
Because it's Scottish, isn't it? Is it Scottish?
He'll be like, oh, Patsy Palmer's been cooking me this horrible food.
This horrible faggot.
I'm not going to say it. Cass can say it. I'm not going to say it.
Oh, I'm allowed to say it.
Well, I can say it, but I don't want to say it.
Well, this is an instance from my life. So faggot is some sort of a food. It's an archaic food.
What is it, Mr. Fanny's Faggots or something? You see it? What's it called? Auntie something. So you see it in the shop.
Yeah.
They look disgusting.
It's like some archaic.
Can't be Mr.
thing.
Fanny's. Oh God! People must get cancelled.
Sounds like a drag show.
It's one of Danny Beard's
Madam
friends.
Tits. Mr. Fanny's Faggots starring Madam Tits. Right, hang on. Let me look at what a faggot is.
They look horrible. I think they're like dumplings. I think
Is it? In my head, it's like a meatball.
It's like a dumpling.
Faggots are meatballs made from minced offcuts and offal. So as you can imagine, people don't really eat that anymore.
No, because it's disgusting.
It's made especially of pork, pig's heart, liver, fatty belly meat, and bacon mixed with herbs and breadcrumbs. So it's a little bit like haggis, but different.
Yuck.
I was at a situation. I was in a situation where I was at a family party.
Oh
and
yeah, shit, of course.
Yeah, and there was a buffet, and it was the end of the night, and everyone was being emptied out of the venue, and there was still some food left. And one of my dad's friends said to his other friend, "Oh, do you want to take some of this food home?" And I was there, like in the corner. I think I was like putting some stuff away to take to the car. And he said out loud, "Oh no, I don't eat faggots." Or no, I don't like faggots. He said that.
That is so
And I was
fucked.
like, that is, you say like, we don't really use it as an insult, but I think the older generation, they do. And again, it's a similar case. This is the same as Mickey.
Yeah, it's the get out of jail
free
card.
Like, oh, I'm talking about the food, not about you.
Yeah.
But I was within earshot.
Yeah.
And this just goes to show that you can be at the most innocuous of events as someone who is in this community, and someone will attack you out of the blue.
Well, that kind of makes you think. It kind of like goes against what we were saying in a way.
What we said about Mickey.
No, what we were saying about the word fag, like because obviously you can use it, and I guess it's all about context.
Well,
for
him to go,
trying to say.
For him as an American,
yeah,
in the context of that word not meaning cigarette, for him to say that and point it at Jojo proves that was homophobic, wasn't it? Or at least a homophobic use of the term. Whether he's actually hateful towards gays and lesbians, I would probably question. But at the same time, that was homophobic.
What I want people to understand, our American listeners to understand, is when we say that word, because you probably heard us say that word on the podcast, that they're out smoking fags in the smoking area or whatever. We are never using it in that pejorative context.
No,
it's just like, if to erase that word from the English language would be from the literal English language would be very difficult, and that's why it kind of pissed me off when people on Twitter were saying, "Oh, you should just never ever say that word, full stop." It's just like, you don't actually understand what it's like to be British then, because
that's odd.
Yeah, and I just thought,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, people were saying that, and I just thought, no, that's not how it works over here. But
what I did hear is one of our listeners, Dean Barney, said that gay people use it amongst themselves. I mean, I don't know if, no shade, Dean, if this is generational or whatever, but amongst my friends, no one would be using that word.
But communities do use slurs colloquially between themselves, don't they?
I've just never heard it.
Reclaim the words.
Because I think it's American. I think it's out of context here.
I think there's just so many words that get used to insult gay people over here. We don't need any extra words. We've got plenty. But the whole thing was just a disgrace, to be honest. And also, what do you think about the fact, Chris stuck up for Jojo?
Chris really did stand out as a strong ally. Oh. Maybe it's more of a protective towards Jojo thing going on, but the touchiness is a bit.
I think it's both.
The touchiness was something which maybe I think is questionable.
Something my Jack said is, I noticed no one else stuck up for Jojo in that situation. No one else said a word. That's what Jack
it's
said.
one of those typical situations, like when you see something happen on the tube, who's going to stand up and get involved?
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, in a way, Chris had done it for everyone, so no one really needed to say anything more, because it becomes a pile-on, doesn't it?
But then I heard on Gossip Gaze, and I don't normally listen to the podcast before we do our podcast because I don't want to be influenced, but I'm curious with these ones. The girl on there, I think she must be gay or queer maybe. Is it okay to say that? It's okay in this context.
I think it's fine.
She was saying we shouldn't be like saying about Chris, oh, well, he's just like a fucking saviour coming in and blah blah blah. Because that's just what everyone should be doing. And I thought that was actually a very good point.
We say this all the time between ourselves, me and my boyfriend, like the bar is so low that when someone does that, you just think, wow, they're such a great person, but it's really the bare minimum.
Yeah, it's like when a dad is like looking after their own children, it's like, oh, they're babysitting. It's like that sort of shit.
What a
isn't
stand-up
it?
guy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well done.
The whole language thing aside, I think for me, really the most concerning bit is the rapey side of it. That
bit sort of got overlooked in a way, didn't it?
Yeah, I felt so.
It was so
and I actually think it's the more severe.
Yeah.
It's a sexual violence. A threat of sexual violence, actually, which is the more concerning issue, I think. Because I think the homophobia stuff, it's like, he's actually shown willing to sort of learn what he can and can't say. Obviously, he was purposely pushing the boundary with the fag stuff, and that's not okay. But, yeah, for me, what it all comes down to is like how Jojo reacted later, doesn't it? And we know from the past, like if she were to say to Big Brother, I can't sleep in the room with Mickey, he'd have been out.
That's exactly what I said to someone on Twitter. He said, I said if Jojo went to the diary room and said she felt unsafe, he would go.
Yeah.
Because she seemed to sort of reconcile with him later, didn't she?
Really quickly, actually, I thought. Because I would imagine that would be more unsettling than it seemed to be for her. Obviously, she had a bit of a cry immediately after. But she was very willing to move on very quickly. And I don't know if I would have moved on that quickly at that age, hearing that.
No. Do you think he should have been thrown out for it? It's difficult, isn't it?
Big Brother's paid a lot of money for him to be here.
In it, though. So
there is that.
That's the long and short of it.
It does factor that in.
That's the long and short of it.
He should factor that in. But then also, if there's a rule break, surely there's a clause where they don't have to pay him. There must be.
Yeah.
But he is the biggest star. And we've seen them do this before with now Jessica Alvarez. Rodrigo at the time used the N-word and just got a warning and wasn't kicked out. So sometimes I think they've got different standards when it comes to celebrities. They
100% do. Colson was saying if you get two formal warnings, you're out.
That was interesting because it used to be a sort of 3 strikes and you're out, didn't it? But now it's a 2 formal warnings and you're out. I thought Colson was going to spill some tea about who'd got a warning in his series.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Nice. So it's interesting though, hearing that sort of, behind the scenes, people who've been there. Oh, I like Jojo's Big Brother tattoo on her neck. That's cool.
They've all got the pirate tattoos. I also wanted to say that I thought the way that Big Brother delivered the warning, I quite liked the. Are we going? It was immediate, wasn't it? It did happen immediately.
Yeah, I think so.
Obviously, since Big Brother came back, there's been that like characterized voice, but I felt like it was that voice of Big Brother, but they really sort of stripped it back to a stern.
Oh right, yeah.
I just thought the tone of it felt more like a real Big Brother rather than the character Big Brother who's given us a stern warning here. Didn't Mickey be like, yes, sir?
What did you think of Mickey's sort of slime?
Why was he rocking like that?
Back and forth with
and his eyes closed. It's like when the guilty dog is like eating a box of tissues. It's like, who did this? I felt like he was maybe. It was sheer embarrassment, perhaps.
Do you think? I don't think he's seen that embarrassed, especially not when he came back out.
But we need the Judy James analysis of why was he rocking? Why did he have his eyes closed? Because I think that's quite telling.
Yeah.
But he seemed not remorseful at all, didn't he? He sort of tried to brush it off. Have you got anything that he said?
Later on he did. He said, it would be bad if I truly meant it, but I wasn't saying it in a nasty way. He said, I don't have any bad intentions, I was just talking smack.
So he's thinking it's banter.
Right.
So he needs to know where the line is then, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, I guess now he knows.
Well, yeah.
And then
I reckon he got to the point of making an apology only because maybe other people had talked to him. Yeah. Maybe Danny might have been involved.
Yeah. But that's what that girl was saying on Gossip Gaze. Like, he listened when the guys were, like, telling him, oh, this isn't okay. But when Jojo said it, he didn't listen. I thought that was a really good point as well.
Yeah.
Like, there's no respect for her as a woman.
No, but when she became Billy, suddenly he told on himself there.
Don't even get me started on that. That was just...
Whoa, when Joda became a dude. Wow.
That was
wow. Suddenly I could respect her.
That was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. Right, but we'll get to that in about 5 hours time. So Mickey came out and then said, "Oh, you're beating a dead horse" to Jojo. It's like, this literally just happened.
Yeah,
like,
he was on the defensive, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then Trisha came and shut it down.
Yeah, he said he liked winding people up. A lot of people were pissed off with this, Trisha shutting the argument down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I felt
That's
like...
not what we want, is it?
No, it wasn't good for TV, and I don't know if it was really good for them in the end, although I get the logic of, okay, this might get more heated than it needs to be.
Let it play out.
But she doesn't get to decide that.
No. Who argues? You decide. Do you mind if we have a break? Because I need to have a top up and a wee. And we've done 49 minutes.
Yeah, we'll be right back after this short break.
We'll be back.
We interrupt this episode of BB on Blast to read a statement from celebrity Big Brother.
Oh, I don't know this. I don't know.
This came into our inbox from the press team 51 minutes ago. So it has all been broken on Twitter. This is for immediate release. A spokesperson for celebrity Big...
Put your teeth in. Put your teeth in.
Serious news voice on.
This is going
I just need a sip of this
more
Prosecco to help.
That'll help, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Davina had to put her teeth in sometimes, and so do I. A spokesperson for Celebrity Big Brother said, Mickey Rourke has agreed to leave the Celebrity Big Brother house this evening following a discussion with Big Brother regarding further use of inappropriate language and instances of acceptable behaviour.
Instances.
I just have a bit of... So...
Yeah.
That says ends, but there is guidance with notes here.
Oh. Are we allowed to read this out?
I think so.
Okay.
It sheds more light on the situation, and we don't know why they would put it here if we weren't allowed to say it and release it.
Go on.
During Wednesday's episode...
Shush!
Oh, are you not allowed to say things that are in guidance on the press release? I don't know. Should we look up the technicalities?
No, you're allowed. I want to know, so just tell me. It's fine.
If we're not allowed, I'll edit this bit out. During Wednesday's episode of Celebrity Big Brother, viewers saw Mickey receive a warning from Big Brother for unacceptable language and behaviour towards a fellow housemate. Mm-hmm. We are watching. We know Big Brother. This is for some news desk person that's not watching it.
TikTokers.
Right, okay. There have been further instances where Mickey has used inappropriate language. Okay.
What?
Today, Mickey's behaviour and language to Chris during a disagreement in a task was considered to be threatening and aggressive.
Oh.
But no physical altercation took place.
Oh.
And that is as much as we know.
Oh, to Chris. Interesting. I thought he liked that. I thought he liked that Australian kid.
You did like a little Australian kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
No, it's
So to do Chris and Jojo.
Could be.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So there you go. So bring back Michael. That's such a shame.
Yeah,
because Michael could have
timing,
Michael must be gutted because he could still be in there having a good
I
time.
know. That is a shame.
Justice for Fabri-can't.
God, I want. So the question now is, how much will they actually show us? You know?
Yeah.
Can you just?
Well, do you know what? In Big Brother's defence, we know that last series they covered stuff up left, right, and centre. So the fact that they showed what Mickey had said and also the warning, I think that was a real step in the right direction.
Yeah.
I guess they couldn't really avoid it, but who knows?
No, if he's gone, but they might just do the whole, him getting called to the diary room and then not show. I hope they show it. They really should show it. It's supposed to be Big Brother. Not Big
we have
Baby.
a cat here that can't get himself on the sofa.
Sorry, he's just. Come on.
Is this in the way or what?
He can get up there. He's just being annoying.
Here comes incoming cat now.
He's made it.
Hello.
He's made it. So, we've not done a podcast at my house in a while, have we?
It's mostly been at my studio.
Yeah, so people haven't heard Towie.
No, today we're in Lindsay's studio.
We've mic'd up Towie so you can hear him extra loud. Good boy. Shit. So how do you feel about that?
I just feel upset for Michael.
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, for me, Jack is a waste of space there because we knew that Mickey would eventually stitch himself up, so he was going to go. So he wasn't worth... I know it's not vote to evict, and it comes out differently when it's vote to save, but he wasn't worth getting rid of now because he would have done himself up in the end anyway. But also I just feel like sad for Michael, and I was really enjoying watching Michael and Danny, so I feel robbed of that. I'd rather that if he was showing continuing signs of being bad, Big Brother would have just kicked him out and cancelled the eviction.
Yeah, I feel like it always happens like this. Like a day later, someone walks, or a day later something happens.
It's worse when someone chooses to walk that was up, isn't it?
Yeah, shout out Orla.
Orla, did she?
Yeah. You don't forget these things, like me with Trisha.
That series I'm not that hot on.
Yeah, that was a great series. Oh, it's a bit of a shame because Michael was a bit of light relief, and now it's a bit sour, I suppose, especially after that happening.
I think that actually Mickey would have filled the gap of Michael in Danny's interactions. Like Michael was one person that was surprising Danny, and a lot of subject matters were coming up about like him being LGBT and part of that community, and I feel like he was also educating Mickey on it, and now that has been taken out, I feel like I've just lost a little something which I was enjoying. We
might be in a bit of a danger of a happy house if we're not careful. Do you think?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, where's the friction now? Daily, but I don't think Daly's going to say anything particularly controversial.
Well,
no?
I don't know, it could happen. I mean, if you're going around putting yourself on Twitter in a t-shirt that says real women, something
but do you
like
think
that.
He's going to say that shit in the house? He's going to get shut down so fast he wouldn't know what hit him. And plus, people would vote him out for that shit. Mind you can't vote people out, that's part of the problem.
Yeah. I don't know if I finished the thought, but what I wanted to say about this as well was like, Mickey, we'll see what else Mickey said, but like, you actually need offensive people on Big Brother, because it's what drives the narrative, and it's what drives the discussion, and it's what educates people.
This is part of the thing of people whining on Twitter. It's like, what do you want? What do you want to watch? It's Big Brother.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
For me, this is like everything that makes Big Brother special is the power for someone to have their homophobia challenged.
Exactly.
And for audiences at home who don't understand the issue to see it from a different perspective, from other people's life experience or what they go through in the house. It just, for me, that's how you educate people. So that's why I wanted Mickey to stay, to continue that discussion.
Big Brother is about social issues. It always has been about social issues. And you can have those characters like we all love, like Nadia, Courtney Act, all these, doing it for the girly boys type storylines. Yeah. But you don't have those storylines without the instigators, the villains, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And otherwise, it would just be like people standing on a soapbox preaching, and that's not what we want from Big Brother either. We want challenges of opinions. I hope Dowie's not purring very loudly in the microphone. Oh God! If you can hear interference, then sorry, it's Towie purring. He's been out all day, so he'll probably fall asleep soon. Stop purring. Look, now we've got 3 people asleep on the stage dressed as pirates.
They're probably knackered after living with Mickey for 5 days.
I bet it is a relief to have him go and you not have to worry about him doddering around.
Yeah.
So you'd have to fumigate the sofa probably before you sat on it again. Okay, so where were we up to?
That's probably what was going on, They were ready in their statement because they didn't want it to come out via the live feed, I think. Yeah,
of course, because they want to make a bit of a splash with it, don't they? Not just people on Twitter going on about it. So Mickey, back in the day, and Danny were talking about drag, and Mickey said, would it be dangerous for you to get on the tube dressed in drag? I thought that was interesting because I never even thought of that myself.
Yeah, see? And this was a discussion I really enjoyed. And Danny went, well, no, I wouldn't, actually.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I found that Danny raised that drag queens are on the thin edge of transphobia at the moment. That's something that I know, but I wouldn't have thought that Danny Beard, who is such a bold and powerful queen, as she is, winner of Drag Race UK, would not want to get on the tube.
No, me either. Because the confidence seems so high But then, you never know if someone's going to just have a go at you.
The other thing is that Danny is massive when in drag, because obviously the heels plus their natural height.
Pads as well.
Yeah, and they honestly look like they could take anyone.
Yeah,
so that was a surprise to hear.
I was shocked by that. And then, Danny was saying about transphobia, and then Michael was asking about the language. See, this is something that old people need to learn. Saying, it used to be transvestite instead of transgender. And I mean, transvestite's quite old now, isn't it? That's like about 20 odd years ago. People used to say that, was it? It's a long time ago.
Yeah, maybe longer. I don't know.
See, I felt like Mickey was trying to learn here.
Well, he was.
Yeah.
He was actually actively asking questions and learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can't go into the whole transphobia thing, but it's like, we have gone so far backwards. I know we've said it a million times. Compared to when Nadia won, it's so fucked the way the world is now. It's just disturbing.
But I feel like things like this, like reality shows, can give us a little bit of hope when we see who the winners are.
Yes, that's true.
And maybe that's to do with, who these shows attract more than anything. But I think, even in this climate, Danny can win.
Danny. Yeah, because Danny's a drag act, but a trans person.
I was going to say, but can a trans person win? We've got 2 trans winners on from Big Brother.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we've got Luke as
well.
well.
A long time ago. I wouldn't forget Luke.
And it does make you wonder, could a trans person win now?
Hallie got voted out quite early, didn't she, last year?
Yeah, she was acting bratty though.
Yeah, true, but still, I still think there was a bit of transphobia involved in that.
Also, this is...
In fact, undoubtedly there was.
God, I wish I could remember the name, but I just saw there's a charity here for trans people, and they're at the point of... I wish I could remember the name. No. They're at the point of they've lost so much funding because now, with the current climate, brands are pulling funding for like trans issues. So their services are basically being paused, and they're now calling out for like donations from a desperate standpoint of like it's like we might not be able to keep this organization running at a time when trans people are at the highest risk, because companies are not willing to align themselves with those causes because of public
This is a
backlash.
knock-on effect of all this Trump bollocks, isn't it?
Yeah, and him shutting down EDI, which is ridiculous.
I've been posting about that so much at work because I'm in the EDI group, you see.
Yeah.
So. But going back to like, can this person win? Can that person win? Last year, Ali won, right?
Yeah.
But don't forget who was in second place. And that's with the show.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's with the show that is not aimed at a gay community, but has a
gay
huge
following.
gay following. So don't forget, there's always that person. There's always, for every Courtney act, there's an Anne Widdecombe. For every fucking
and they come close time and time
there's
again.
a Katie Hopkins. Do you know what I mean? They're always there.
For every Jordan, there's a Katie Hopkins.
I'm the only person who still calls her Jordan.
Oh, Katie Price.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant Jordan of BBUK.
No. Well, I meant Katie Price of BBUK. There's these people are always there, like they're getting that other vote. So that's, be aware. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find that charity because I feel like it's bad of me to sort of just mention them, but not be able to actually.
The show notes.
I think it's Not a Phase.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the organisation Not a Phase. They've been posting about being basically on the brink because they've lost their funding.
It's fucked. We're living in dark times. Turn off.
So if you want to donate, our PayPal link's in our link in bio. But then after that, go and donate to Not a Phase. God, how insensitive of me. That is a joke.
Yeah.
Give money to Not a Phase.
Look, we're drunk.
Give money to us next week.
Yeah. And give money to... I don't know. Right. Mickey then re-apologised to Jojo after his first apology was absolutely diabolical. Chesney says...
Say that again?
Mickey re-apologised to Jojo. I think
that was the more genuine one.
Yeah,
right?
Someone had a word with him, I think. Chesney Hawkes, who we've not mentioned much, has an LGBT daughter a similar age to Jojo.
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting. Mickey is at a stage of life where he doesn't care about anything. Well, that's relatable. But still, don't be homophobic. Then we had this name-dropping section talking about Muhammad Ali, And this is when Trisha barged in going, oh, I've met Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela held my baby.
If you've been to Tenerife, I've been to Lebanese,
it's very
isn't
that.
it? It's just like, shut up.
She's lived her life like an international pop star.
But I did like this one. I think this could be your tattoo of the week.
Oh, yeah.
One day we won't be able to tell where people have come from, and then finally we'll have peace. Like when everyone's mixed race, basically. Yeah. I agree with that. I thought
you said that ages ago.
I have had that thought in my head for a long, because apparently it's like, I don't know how many years everyone will be mixed race.
So far off though.
Yeah, like look, how are you going to get all these rednecks to do it?
Yeah, exactly. That's probably one of the things that will never happen. Actually,
everyone should do it, but then the trouble is, all the gingers will be eradicated. That would be a shame. Can you get a ginger mixed race person? Maybe you can. In fact, that would be stunning.
Yeah, you can.
Look, mixed race people, this is just sweeping generalisation, are much better looking than normal folk. So
that's a fact.
Let's let's head towards this brighter future. And people.
Also, you end up with a stronger genetic makeup, don't you?
You'd lose all those ugly white people bits and just get all the nice bits. Nice hair, looking good, nice skin colour. Come on, people, we can do it. Do it for your country. This podcast is fucked. Okay, then Patsy Palmer had... What did Patsy Palmer have?
A guided meditation in the diary room.
Did you like that? I thought it was a bit up your street.
Yeah, it was alright.
Oh, I thought you'd like Big Brother doing it. Did you want her to go into a separate room and...
Yeah, shaman to come in.
The shaman. He's a good.
What's the shaman?
Yeah, shaman. Yeah, that song. He's a good. Is Ebenezer good?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the things come in. No, it was alright. I liked the end when Big Brother went, yeah, I do it all the time. But then I was like, should Big Brother be talking like that?
Oh, God. I thought you'd like that bit. Bit cheap, wasn't it? Budget. Meditation on a budget. Mickey was then training Donna. Well, that didn't work out well later when he basically called her.
Hang on. We never found out who became Trisha's personal butler.
Yeah, I saw someone moaning about that on Twitter.
That's so annoying when they do that.
How can we find out?
Was it not even on Late and Live?
Why didn't you ask Jake?
Responded to the Mickey press release. Yeah. Jake, this is all well and good, but who became Trisha's butler?
Or we'll go on Will Best next Late and Live and, what is it? Instagram Live.
Does he do Insta Lives?
I think he does. God, I'm so hopeless. Have you got any notes? I feel like I'm just droning.
Yeah, sorry, I'm relying on you.
Yeah, can you just pick
this is stepping back.
The thread,
but I thought what was interesting after the whole warning and like non-apology when Danny had that conversation. Obviously, this is stepping back.
Yeah.
When Mickey was on the exercise bike, he was like, "Oh, me and Jojo, we just don't get on."
He said that. Oh, Mickey. Yeah.
It's like, eh?
Yeah.
That's come out of nowhere. He just decided, no, that's it for us now. We don't get on. No. We never got on. It's like, well, nothing's happened until you were actually really offensive.
Yeah, then she gave him a pair of slippers. He was like, oh, she's all right, really.
The Nelson Mandela bit. Oh, yeah, done.
Tick.
Power prizes. What's this? Oh, so now they had to... Did they reveal who was getting what power prize, or they had to make the decisions? Mickey had to make his decision to how to use it. Mickey had his one redemption opportunity after being homophobic and having to apologise to Jojo. Now he's got this power prize to give one person immunity. So who could Mickey possibly give it to?
What goes well together? Homophobia and...
well-known transphobe and gold medalist who I really respect for all you've done for the country and in your career.
Yeah.
Daley Thompson.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Did you see J.K. Rowling was supporting him in a tweet?
Like J.K. Rowling gives a fuck about Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah. Fuck off, J.K. Rowling.
Do you think she watches it?
No, does she fuck? She's a Morrissey fan, though.
JK, if you're listening, email us.
If you're listening, go fuck yourself, you fucking cunt.
Well, about that, she tried to use a Super TV tweet.
Did she?
Yeah, she retweeted Super TV and went,
did she?
I'm Team Daily. I'm hashtag Team Daily.
And what did he do? What did they do?
Super TV
go on.
deleted the tweet so that it was blank.
Nice.
Because Super TV did not want the JK Rowling trolls to pile onto their account.
Good for you, mate.
And also, it dismantled what J.K. Rowling was trying to do.
Nice.
That's a good tactic to use.
Well done, you. He's a good guy. Right, what happened next? Fuck, alone knows. I can't even read anymore.
Michael asked Patsy if she was going to give him a colonic irrigation. And did you see that? Did you got that bit? She's like, I'm not, no. She was like so disgusted by the idea. They were talking about colonics, weren't they?
I like Patsy, actually. Do you?
You?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No?
She's not giving much.
I like the fact she's sort of slightly rude to people.
Apart from giving...
Quite funny.
Giving Mickey jaw ache for having to chew that hard broccoli she cooked.
That's funny, right? Yeah, we have got some light relief coming up later. Like, this has all been a bit of a downer so far, hasn't it?
Have you not got colonic chat?
I've got, talking about colonics, they suck the shit out of you.
Who thinks that it's sucking? Someone
What
goes,
is it?
Who is it that said you have to suck the tube yourself when they put it up your bum?
That's like when you try and get petrol out the thing or something. I don't know. There's something where you have to suck the tube.
Is there?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. When it gets an air bubble in it. I don't know. No, I wouldn't do that with a colonic. I mean, some people might be into that, but I'm not.
Do you remember they used to have those shows like Celebrity Detox Club or whatever? Yeah. And you'd see them go into like a little hut somewhere on some beautiful island, and they'd put like coffee in a funnel, isn't it? They put coffee inside you to do the colonic.
I fucking hate coffee, so that's not for me. Absolutely not.
You want a Prosecco colonic?
Yeah, you can wait for a week. I don't really want a tube shoved up my arse for no reason. To be honest,
nice for you. Nice little
have you had one?
out. No, not a professional one.
You got what? Yeah, just someone sucking something out of a tube.
I've not had that. No, but people in my community do have to, get a little bit of water involved.
Straights do that shit too.
No, but I think that colonic is a bit more like, we're going up the full intestine here.
Oh god!
And you don't want to go that far at home.
Let's not talk about this anymore.
Okay. Thank you.
Mickey is finding it challenging in the house. Oh, well, you're not going to be there much longer. He's proud of himself for how he's controlled himself in the house. Didn't he say back in the day would have really had a go at Jojo? Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Something like that.
Jesus.
Not many people are making use of the hot tub, I noted, but I think I saw more people were in it another day.
Mickey's just finding out that Patsy's doing the cooking.
That was so fucking funny, don't you think? What did he say? He said, they need to get better chefs. How the fuck does he not know? Has he not seen her in the kitchen fucking cooking?
Apparently not.
That makes no sense. So
did she say, I've been doing that cooking for you? Or it was someone else that told him, wasn't it?
She just pulled. Oh yeah, and then was she listening? And she pulled a face.
Yeah, she was right there. Yeah.
Oops, that was fucking funny, man. And there's more to come on that later. Then Mickey was on a roll here because Nicola. Why do I keep calling her Nicola?
Is it Donna?
Yeah,
I don't know.
One of those where you just get in the head the completely wrong name. Nicola / Donna was using one of those LED face masks, aka snake oil.
Didn't he say, you'd be better off going for a run around the block?
And then said, you are what you eat. Fuck.
As if she's using that to lose weight.
Yeah, what the heck? That was a sick burn from Mickey there.
Those things can't work, can they?
Those things are the biggest load of bollocks I've ever seen in my life.
And why she allowed it in the house?
Oh, is it electronic?
It just feels like one of those things that you should have to earn back in a task or something. It's not like you have to have it to live, is it?
If you had to have that to live, you would die. It's just stupid. It's just like, what can we invent for people to spend money on this fucking thing? All right then, 200 quid. Does it work? I don't know. I've only been using it 2 months. And in 2 months time, that'll be in your fucking drawer, never to be used again. Just like Gaz's pasta maker and popcorn machine.
They're my boyfriends, actually.
Michael wants to sleep naked. Oh my god, please don't. Oh yeah, was he saying like in the real world?
Bedclothes talk.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
sleep with his arse out.
I'm not sure, but Jack P said he just sleeps in his knickers.
That's the funniest thing he said so far.
What do you sleep in?
I have a little nightie. Not a little nightie, some quite big baggy granny-ish ones sometimes.
Oh, like VHS ones from back in the day.
Yeah, not that bad, but I have one with like, I don't know, SpongeBob on and shit like that.
Right.
You know, quirky stuff like gin o'clock and stuff like that. Not really, not really, but that sort of thing.
Live, laugh. I quite like a pyjama.
Oh, I'd be too hot in a pyjama. I'd be
But
bunched
then I
up.
get a bit sweaty.
Especially at the moment, fucking hell, the hot flushes.
No, but you know what? Like, it started to get a bit warmer, so I put the summer duvet on. That was a mistake, because it's getting really cold at night.
It's going to get cold again next week.
And then I was freezing.
Jack wraps himself in the duvet and then starts sweating, and then meanwhile I'm just like in the one corner, like shivering.
In the SpongeBob 90.
Yeah.
90. 90? 90.
Me and Jack have been watching a bit of SpongeBob lately. That's my SpongeBob laugh impression.
I can't tell you.
It's not that good. Jack does a better one. Oh yeah, that's what Jojo said. Told Mickey to delete the word fag from your inventory.
This was where they continued to discuss it at the end of the night in the bedroom, right?
Donna is put out about what Mickey said. Oh yeah, she went, I think he was like saying I was fat, but she was laughing about it, wasn't she? She told the others.
I think
at the
they're
end.
a bit shocked by it, but yeah, not necessarily upset by it.
And then Danny said about Mickey, I've seen a French bulldog with a better body. It did make me laugh. That's a great line. And that was the end of that episode. Fucking hell, have we spoke for an hour and 30 minutes and we've done one episode?
What I wasn't sure about was that Jojo said to Mickey, you can say anything, but the thing that matters is the intention behind it.
No, it isn't.
And I was like,
no, it isn't.
That's not quite right.
It's not.
Because there's definitely some words that we shouldn't be saying.
No.
And nor, like, him too. So that was a bit... I appreciate what she was trying to say was, welcome to discuss these things.
Matters, yeah.
But, it's not you can say anything. I think that was a bit of a free rein.
No. Also, Big Brother will tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
Just say anything and then come to the diary and see what Big Brother says. Just ask Emily from back in the day if you can say anything in the Big Brother house, isn't it?
Yeah, quite.
Fucking hell, that was a deep fall. Wow.
On Late and Live, I learnt that Jack P has taken 15 bottles of aftershave in the house, and we heard on the Sofa podcast, he was sort of getting tips from Coles about what should I take, what should I do, what do I need, and it was like, earplugs, he has an eye mask. But they said to him, your thing, because you really like fragrance, the way you're going to find like comfort is through taking fragrance into the house, and that's why he's taken all that aftershave.
15.
And then it got him a nomination, so that was bad advice.
He must reek. I want to know what those aftershaves are. We need to pause it and try and work out what some of them are, because we know a bit about
we're aficionados,
don't we? We know what the good ones are. What's he got? Old Spice, Lynx.
They look like pretty
Diesel,
decent premium ones.
Yeah, because that guy's on fortune at Corrie. So
I think so.
But 15, I couldn't be bothered to put that in my bag, could you? I'd be worried about them leaking as well. And layering
You're
up.
only going to the Big Brother house. You don't fly into the other side of the world.
But yeah, you have to put them in your 100ml bag. You would hate that. When I come to your house with perfume on, you virtually puke up.
Yeah, strong fragrance.
Yeah,
really bothers me, especially in the morning.
What's worse, someone with a hideous fart or very, very strong fragrance?
A hideous fart, because at least that will clear eventually. But the strong fragrance stays.
So you prefer the hideous fart?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Eventually it dissipates.
Whoa.
But if you're around someone and they've got that perfume on, like say it's at work or whatever, yeah, it really hits me in the back of the throat.
When you get hit by someone who really, it's like they've put a lot, it is gross.
It also depends on the person and the fragrance they're wearing as well, I think. There was I met a girl after a drag show last week, and I just had to say to her, my God, you smell really good. And she was wearing this fragrance. It's called Brown Flowers. I didn't know this at the time. She told me about it, and she was like, "Yeah, it's supposed to kind of smell like flowers that are in a vase but have like died." And I'm like, and it actually does.
Really? And it smelled nice.
But it was really working on her for some reason. And we went down to the tube, and the wind was just like I was just catching the solage, I think it's called.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I've learned. Someone told me that when
pants.
someone walks by and the perfume smell lingers, that's called their solage. It was really just working for me, and I was like, maybe that's because her, pheromones, whatever, work with that perfume, because it's really nice.
I feel like no matter, despite your experience, I feel like you can never smell perfume on me, even if I get a really nice one. Pisses me off.
Maybe you need to spray a bit more on.
All right.
Don't try it around me. Right, do you want to keep going or straight into the next episode, or you're due to top up?
We'll
just have a little break. We'll see in a second. Welcome back.
Right.
We put a TikTok on by the way, of me making a fool of myself dancing to the Big Brother theme tune as the countdown for the live feed came on. So go and have a look at that. Thanks to everyone that has left nice comments already.
Or if you're an adult, just imagine it.
No, go to our TikTok and like it, because we need that engagement.
Okay, so now we're talking about Thursday. Look, we're only covering 3 days. I don't know why we're making such a meal out of it.
It's not like us.
God, this is just a meal.
We've got to talk about Paris Hilton's fake grass now. Is that the first thing we've got?
Is it?
on
No,
the
I haven't
agenda?
got that. You tell me.
Patsy Palmer.
Yeah.
She used to run some doggy daycare in LA or something. She had a lot of AstroTurf that she didn't need. Do you remember this?
No.
So she sold it
vaguely.
to Paris Hilton, and then Paris Hilton didn't need all of that AstroTurf.
Yeah.
And Patsy Palmer had to buy it back off of her or something.
I just think the impact of AstroTurf on the environment, it can't be good, can it?
I shouldn't think so.
Choking the ocean with that AstroTurf, and you're supposed to be a hippie.
Choking the
Please.
ocean.
That's why it's plastic
I
on
don't
this
think-
show.
The AstroTurf's getting near the ocean.
Can you explain to me why Jack P. Shepherd has his top off on this live feed?
I have no idea.
Was it just something the female viewers demanded, or just an
I
accident?
don't know.
Well, he's
Perhaps
got-
you get a bit hot
it's-
fending off those tentacles from the Big Brother garden.
I mean, Chris Hughes has got his top off, but I don't expect that from a Love Island person. Michael and Chris are sitting on the kitchen
Yes.
counter.
I was going to say, what do you think about that? The pair of them
You
sitting.
know what I think about that, and we've covered that
think about
in some
that.
detail.
What do you think about Michael's Union Jack shorts that he's wearing? He's looking like a budget Boris Johnson,
Red
isn't he?
flag. Chris said, "What's a constituency?" It's not great, is it?
What is a constituency? You might
It's
need
like
to explain
the
for
local
the listeners.
area where the MP presides over. Yeah.
Is that an electoral college in America? I'm not sure about
Pass.
that. Probably not.
Does that job get you women? Was Chris's pressing question.
Well, he is
about
bisexual,
that.
you know.
And he was just like, bisexual, my ass. Isn't he married? Did
Hey, don't you erase bisexual erasure?
I'm not erasing bisexual erasure. That would... Hold on. Oh, no. Okay, forget I said that. Is he married?
I heard he's got a husband.
Okay. Well, I heard
At
he's got
work,
some
I heard
close friendships with people he goes on holiday with. That's what I've heard.
Deep friendships, he said.
I want to know if any of them are women. I suspect they're not. Sorry to erase it.
Yeah, I suspect they're
I
not
just
as
can't
well.
imagine any woman putting up with that wig, for starters. You'd just be like, come on, mate, get real. Oh yeah, then JoJo's like, oh, let me tell you a story about the Kardashians.
And Danny was like, oh, imagine if Kim Kardashian was watching me. That's not a good impression.
Well, here's how, Kim Kardashian's a nice person. Came around my house and something got knocked over and said, oh, let me sweep that up. And I think that tells you all you need to know.
Any good? Not really.
I will do.
Not
I like
really,
it. I'm
but
here for
It
it.
was fun. It wasn't
It's a caricature.
good. It was fun, but it wasn't
We're going to have to
good.
get that on TikTok. That'll
that-
go viral.
Danny was loving the Kardashian talk. He likes Chloe. I like Chloe as well.
I don't know the first thing about those
She's the best
Kardashians.
one. I only got into them when I was made redundant and watched the whole lot.
Hard times.
Yeah, it was, especially looking at their opulence.
Probably there was no Big Brother at the time, was there?
No, it was cancelled.
Ugh.
Jack said, Mickey's in his lair. He'll become his own rhinestone cowboy. The guy can mess up a cup of coffee. He was pouring milk again all over the counter.
What is a rhinestone cowboy?
I don't know. It's like something out of a Killer's
He looked
song,
like one
isn't
when he
it?
walked in.
Yeah, his fashion was absolutely abysmal.
Oh,
Some of
it's
those-
straight out of the Michael Madsen playbook.
yeah,
Wasn't
sort of Michael Madsen stroke Johnny Depp. You know my thoughts on him.
it was day 3 and Big Brother was only just now giving the housemates 20 minutes to unpack their bags.
I like the fact there hadn't been a task.
Me too. The
It was
task
good,
kind of
wasn't
ruined it for me when the task turned up
it
on
ruins
the eviction
flow,
show.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Keep that task away.
Yeah, I don't. Are they real lobsters?
That's
no.
what I was thinking.
They've got lobsters in a massive ice
Oh,
bucket.
they
No,
look
they can't be.
green
They're just
for
task
starters.
props. Jojo said to Mickey, would you be comfortable if we took your stuff out and chucked it on the bed?
Yeah, I'd be comfortable with that.
He was like, oh, I don't care. What? He was basically like, what bed?
Stuff?
What bed?
Yeah. Where am I? Jack's got some jogging bottoms like Chesney Hawkes' leopard print trousers.
That's Lindsay's boyfriend, Jack. Not to be
Yes.
confused with Jack P. Shepherd.
No,
Jack.
I'm not going out with Jack P. Shepherd, but after seeing him with his top off, I'm still not considering it. I like the suitcase races they're having. That was fun.
Oh, well, they put Michael and wheeled him around
that was,
on the suitcase.
I enjoyed that. That was a bit.
Oh, I took a picture of that. So remind me, and I still forgot.
So there's a bit of cancer chat now. Trisha was saying about how the drugs give you constipation and affect your eyesight. Sounds like they're pretty severe, doesn't it?
No, diarrhea, she said.
Oh, diarrhea.
Yeah, quite the opposite. She also said that it affects your taste buds, and I've heard about this. Have you ever heard about this?
No.
So I remember seeing there was someone who had made a load of recipes specifically for cancer patients because it really affects what you can taste. So you've got to put like really strong flavours. Okay. Excuse me. The recipe that I saw him making was some sort of mushrooms, but he put Marmite in it because Marmite has got that such powerful, overbearing flavour really. But it must be horrible to lose your taste because how are you going to enjoy food?
I had that, not cancer, but I was sick 2 weeks ago and I lost my taste for about 3 days. It was horrible.
Yeah,
I know it's not the same as having cancer, don't get me wrong. But it was shit. I was just eating.
There's no joy in the food, is there? Yeah.
I thought I might as well start eating healthy.
Yeah, well, you can.
I didn't fucking last long. Yeah, let's hope I don't get cancer because my taste buds would be fucked anyway. It's alright. I'm more likely to just have a heart attack, just keel over and go. So it's fine. And Donna said her sister had breast cancer. That was quite a sweet moment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of moving.
A bonding moment.
Yeah. This was when Patsy mortally offended Michael.
Michael, why do you wear a wig?
Oh, I've always had long blonde hair. Long blonde. Your hair isn't either long, nor blonde, nor hair. So, what the fuck are you talking about?
I love how he calls it his hair. That's it.
And you're not bald or anything, though. I'm pretty sure he fucking is bald.
He must be.
Yeah. No.
Is it okay to ask someone why they wear a wig?
No, but I thought it was funny, though. It was just fucking rude, wasn't it?
It's a bit insensitive, isn't it?
It's a bit rude. It really was a bit rude.
Did Michael say Did someone say someone's hair looked beautiful? Michael said no one ever says my hair looks unbelievably good. Oh, no, someone came in complimenting Ella's hair. He was upset that no one ever tells him that his hair looks unbelievably
Ella's hair did look nice. It looked Ella's hair and Patsy Palmer's hair. Oof. Look at her hair there. Look at it. It's like she's just stepped out of her salon. What?
It ain't as good as Ali's hair.
No, but it's bloody nice.
Yeah,
look,
so
don't why do you have to pit the
hair wars?
Pit the redheads against each other?
Well,
comparing
like for like.
Hold on, Chris Hughes's body is not that good for a Love Islander. I wouldn't expect him to have that little belly on him. Not to fat shame.
Bit of a paunch. I think he's let himself go since Love Island.
Come on, you won't get on Love Island with that.
No.
More roles than Greg's, as Arg once said about Gemma Collins. I'm only saying that because someone said, I only have to walk past Greg's and my back roll grows. That had got to have been Danny.
Yeah, it was Danny.
That was funny.
There was also more side effects to talk about dry vaginas, wasn't there?
Oh, don't get me started.
No?
I mean, I haven't got cancer. I'm just getting old. It's bloody pain in the arse, I tell you. And vagina.
What, are you saying that you've got a dry vagina?
Oh, well, sometimes. Oh. Not all the time. Sometimes it's quite wet, actually.
Interesting.
Depends what's happening.
What can one do about that?
That was more information.
Does anyone know?
You can get these, you can get sort of a thing that you shove in there, it's a pessary. You could get that.
What's the difference?
A suppository goes up your arse. A pessary goes in your vagina.
Oh, that's how you know. Who was it that said they swallowed the pessaries? That was recently on Big Brother, wasn't it? Someone saying they'd taken them as the tablet instead. I think it was.
I tried to give when my friend was here, I tried to give her a little facial capsule that you twist the top of and you put it on your face, and she tried to eat it. She thought it was a vitamin tablet. I thought, fucking hell, she'll eat anything. But anyway, enough about my vagina.
Yeah, that is quite enough. Sorry to ask you.
Right. Oh, I don't care. It's just part of getting.
And why do you wear a wig?
You know, we're in brutal honesty on BBUK.
Yeah, we do. Welcome along. My God. Mickey can stay awake for 1 to 4 days when he has insomnia. What drugs is he taking?
Yeah, 1 to 4. Yeah, that's right. But then he said, he got up.
It got deep, didn't it?
Yeah, he got up. It's like, oh, hi. I was abused as a child. Like, fuck.
Yeah, someone said, what keeps you awake at night, Mickey? He went, fear from childhood.
God, what happened? That's not good.
He said he's got a fear that he won't be able to fix everything before he goes. Oof, he's haunted.
I mean, his face is one thing he ain't able to fix for starters. his fashion sense is another.
He said he went through abuse at 14, but we don't know what kind of an abuse that was.
That sucks.
It got real heavy out of nowhere, and everyone's just eating their dinner,
everyone's
sitting around the kitchen
what
counter,
the fuck? I'll go back to sleep, Mickey.
Back to the sofa now, Mickey.
And then they were like, okay, put your mic on if you're going to start talking about your childhood
Isn't it
abuse.
Michael putting his mic on him? Yeah, Big Brother will want to hear this.
Yeah. That was kind of, that was dark. Then the powers were revealed. Mickey said, should I pack now? Yeah, you probably should have. But I bet he fucking didn't. I bet someone else had to do it for him.
Yeah, I bet.
Angelica Bell spoke up. She said, Michael hasn't asked her one thing about herself.
This is nomination.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to pass to you now.
It's me for
Over
the noms. Angelica's nominations were Michael because he doesn't ask her any questions.
Probably because he couldn't give two fucks about you. And you're black. I probably don't help. What?
I'm not sure if that's okay.
Come on. Well, he's a Tory.
Yeah, but doesn't necessarily mean you're racist, does it?
Well, it doesn't necessarily.
Hang on, they've got a female black leader now, which works in their favour.
That's called a shill.
I'm not sure. Well, I wouldn't like to.
I'm only joking.
Cast those aspersions on Michael.
I'm joking. I'm sure he's got lots of black friends.
I'm sure he has. Second nomination was Jack. She said he's an observer. He's not getting involved, and that makes her feel awkward. Daly knows he's a legend. That was outside of nominations.
He's a legend.
Anything on that? Who was calling him that?
He said, yeah, I know I'm a legend. Do you know what? I think a lot of people did used to like Daley Thompson back in the day, and I think
he was probably a lot. He was probably like, who's the Mo Farah of his time, probably, if he was in the Olympics winning loads of golds for us.
Ironically, he competed against Caitlyn Jenner at the Olympics. So I wonder what he thinks about that. It's interesting.
Maybe that's part of why he's like
part of it. Yeah, maybe he got beat.
Isn't Caitlyn Jenner against trans people in sport?
Don't open that can of worms. No, I don't think she's against trans people. I fucking hope not. That would be so twisted.
I think she is.
Oh, God.
I think she is,
But anyway, for someone like Daly, who I think a lot of people do have respect for, just like Mickey did, going in Big Brother can only be a bad thing. You can only ruin your reputation. You can't improve on it, don't you think?
Oh.
Big time.
Yeah, because now the wider public all knows he's a transphobe. That's not good.
Because if you'd said Daley Thompson to me a month ago, I'd be like,
athlete.
80s, he seemed nice, friendly, smiley. Now I just think, oh, that old cunt.
There you go. Right, Michael was next into the diary room to nominate. He nominated Patsy. Because he was asked why he wears a wig by her, and he says, I'm not saying it is a wig, actually. I just don't like my hair being raised. He doesn't like hair raising, as we well know.
Hold on.
Hair
in
his
VT, he admitted he'd paid for it and had the receipt. So shut up.
It is my hair, actually. I paid for it.
That was good impression.
Thank you.
Oh, great.
Oh, too little, too late.
Yeah,
let me back in there with my friends.
That's typical BB on Blast coming up with an impression at the 11th hour.
And now we get to the sort of wishy-washy non-reasons, which would be rejected in the past, but it was accepted by Big Brother.
But why?
I don't know. Big Brother's accepting any old bollocks this year.
Big Brother?
You've got to keep them in there, push them to that reason. Anyway, Ella's his next nomination because they've not spoken to each other. Anything between the noms? Jojo,
I'm letting you do the noms.
Jojo was next into nomination, nominated Michael because his feet were on the kitchen counter, and that is an ick.
Yes.
She's worried about the feet, not the bum in shorts.
I agree, Jojo.
And then she nominated Jack because Jack does Jack. He won't help you find your water bottle if you've lost it.
I think this is a cultural difference with her and Jack. I mean, they couldn't be more different, could they? She's like a, outgoing American, super popular, and he's like a northern,
21-year-old upstart.
He's like a northern, nearly 40-year-old, introvert, kind of like he's an actor, but he seems to kind of an introvert. They're the exact opposites, aren't they? So I'm not surprised he won't help her look for a water bottle. I think he'll make her a cup of tea, though.
Next into the...
Chris is on the phone to someone.
Yeah, Big Brother probably. Next into the diary room was Jack. Jack nominated Danny because he walked into one of his farts and ate it.
Ew.
And then Danny and Donna are noisy at night in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
I think their beds are next to each other and they're chattering away.
Yeah.
Actually, Jack seemed to have... I think Jack's good diary room potential, to
Yeah,
be honest with
I
you. His
think he
nominations
would
were
be
good,
good
and he's had
in
that
diary,
scene where he's wearing sunglasses. That was quite good.
That was good, yeah. Let's see.
Anything with Donna Preston Dip? Do we care?
Donna
Jojo
what?
was doing like a radio style voiceover for Donna Preston Dip.
Oh, was she?
Never mind about that. Chris was next to nominate. He nominated Michael. You've got something to say about this, I think. He said he's uncomfortable with his vocabulary.
For using words that were left in the past.
What does he mean?
Which words? Tell us more, Chris. Which words has he been using?
Do you think it's like offensive terms?
Yeah,
Because Chris is now attuned to
it's
this.
probably saying like, I don't know, something like, for example, don't snip this, coloured or something like that. Do you think he's saying shit like that? Do you know what I mean? Shit that old people say like that.
Maybe.
Shit like that, I reckon.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
And
because he said transvestite as well, do you know what I mean? It's probably stuff like that. It's like,
did Michael say that? Was Mickey.
Oh, is he saying Michael?
Remember, Mickey's got a killer nomination, so he's not eligible. It's Michael.
Oh. Yeah.
But you could be right.
I could be right. You know, shit like that old people say that you don't say anymore.
And then Angelica was the sex... What? Next. Not sorry.
It was the sex test.
Slip of the tongue. Next nomination for... He's basically not got to know her. Again, a non-reason. Daly nominated next. He nominated Michael. He said his energy unnerves him.
Oh.
Didn't nominate Danny, by the way. We should know.
Interesting. They have a bit of... I don't know, I feel like they have a bit of...
Flanter.
They have a bit of... If you don't know what flanter is, it's flirty banter. They have a bit of back and forth, like a bit of playfulness, sort of.
Yeah.
You know?
I think Danny's trying to go there with
I think they're
Daly.
both sort of trying, but secretly know they don't like each other, kind of thing.
His next nomination was Jojo. So it is a sort of LGBTQ attack if you look at it. Because he knows her at least. Next, Ella came in to nominate. She nominated Jack because he has a game plan. Do you think Jack's got a game plan? Other than Coulson's giving him advice about putting in earplugs, etc.
Yeah, what is the game plan? Her nominations were very suspicious, I thought.
Chesney as well was the second one. He's turning it on. That was
Yeah,
interesting.
that was
She's like, he's not
interesting.
talking to me, but now it's nominations. He's really hamming it up. That's something we've heard before.
I do find that interesting. What do you think of Chesney? I feel he's like under the radar a bit.
I think he's maybe a little bit self-aware and he's not really relaxed in there yet. What do you think?
Do you think he's a bit cocky, maybe?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Little
I don't
bit.
know. I do kind of like him, though. But I feel like he could turn. I feel like I could change my opinion on him in a few days.
I think he's quite bland, though. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think he's going to piss you off.
I kind of like him, but I feel like he could just say something and I'd just be like, no, he's a twat.
I think he's there to be made fun of a
Is
little
he?
bit. Well, they made him do that one and only thing when
Yeah.
he came in. Then they made him continually play a song on loop.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
He's had some good conversations with Danny. He seems nice enough.
Yeah, we'll see. I think watch this space with that one.
Okay.
But Ella's obviously not impressed.
While they were sitting around on the sofas, because nominations apparently went on for like 8 hours, this
Fuck.
nom session, Patsy Palmer decided to get the pestle and mortar and go around and do a little guided meditation with it, like it was a sound bowl.
Don't. That sound bar thing is...
Sound bowl.
No, it's called a sound bar.
No, sound...
That's what it's
bar.
called.
I think it said bar, like you get on the telly, like you've got a sound bar.
Sony sound bar. I hate that sound. Oh, don't. It sends a shiver. Oh, don't. If someone was doing that, I'd punch her in the head with the pestle. I can't with that. It's like ASMR. It makes me want to puke. I can't. No.
Now, Mickey came in to nominate. How long do you think Mickey actually spent in the diary room?
7 of the 8 hours was him just asleep in the chair.
So initially, he refused to nominate. He said, "You can come in here and put a gun up my
Yeah.
ass."
Did they do that? That's a very evocative image, by the way.
He said, "I think." Did he say it's against my ethos as a man? And Big Brother was like, "Look, if you don't do this, there's going to be consequences."
Yeah.
And he seemed to be like, "Oh, okay."
Do
Very
you want
quickly.
the $500,000 or not?
Yeah, he very quickly decided, "Okay, I will nominate."
I reckon they must have negotiated with him, like, because they said he agreed to leave the house. I reckon they probably said, "Look, we'll give you half the money. Just fuck off, because we
Probably.
can't be bothered to edit around you anymore," kind of thing.
Yeah, you're costing us a lot here.
Yeah, they can't. There's no way he left with nothing. You leave with nothing.
Have you watched The Weakest Link since Romesh took it over?
Have I? Fuck. I don't like Ramesh Ranganathan.
It's not the same. You need not Anne Widdecombe.
Different times.
What's her name? Anne Robinson being mean to people. Otherwise, there's no point in it.
Snowflakes these days, they can't take it, can they?
Jesus, should have grown up in our day.
Back in our day, get eviscerated, and we liked it.
Yeah, people went on that show to be insulted.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It's like a kink.
Anyway, Mickey's 4 nominations at the end were Patsy because he hates her food and he couldn't chew the broccoli.
Mickey, have you thought of cooking something yourself, you fucking lazy bastard?
And here's a question. Do you believe he really lives by himself with no help whatsoever?
No, I don't. I think, hasn't he got a girlfriend or wife or something?
Has he?
I think so.
But no, he said he's had a new relationship every 4 years and he's decided to distance himself from people for that reason.
Well, Will Best said he's done like loads of films in these 6 years that he's supposed to have been in exile.
Yeah.
On his IMDb.
Also, I want to tell you something. Someone at work who I'm talking to that watches Big Brother had a theory that when Mickey came in and poured that cup of almond milk, he purposely spilled it over the side to see who would run to help clean up. So he knew who he could have as an assistant to him because she was like, in the outside world, I bet you he's got loads of help.
Oh, wow. That's a great theory.
I would never have thought of that.
I like that. That's next level.
Anyway, Mickey's second nomination was Michael because he's a politician. They tell you what they're going to do on one hand, and on the other hand, they're not going to do a fucking thing. Did he say fucking thing?
Yeah, he did. That's the most sense he's ever spoken. Oh, yeah, and he said the Secret Service came to talk to him about his views on Trump. Jack said he knew about this. I should have found out more about this.
That's interesting, because of any archetype you'd think would back Trump, it would be this sort of like cowboy-looking guy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? Really?
Do you know the police once came to speak to Morrissey because he wrote a song about killing the Queen?
No.
And the police came around his house. I think it was the Secret Service.
That's so stupid.
Silly, isn't that?
Mind you, if you've seen what's happening in America now, people who have like voiced any sort of opposition to the genocide in Palestine, like there's some student, she wrote an article in a student paper. These people just like took her away and put her in a car. These people are not even uniformed officers. Yeah, they're like some sort of government agency.
Oh my
if
God.
you look at it, they come out of out of thin air, like a flash mob.
Oh my God!
This girl is just like, what? She's just trying to get home from her class.
Oh my God.
And then they put her in a car and take her away. There isn't free speech in America anymore. It's scary.
This planet is doomed. Drop the bomb. Drop it now. Actually, don't. Not right now.
Unsurprisingly, he couldn't find his way out of the diary room.
Can you help me?
I feel like there's a lot more we could have seen. Like when Jackie Stallone didn't know how to nominate, remember?
Yeah.
And she goes in there and she's like, oh, you know, the little guy. and the Big Brother goes, I think you mean this person. And that must have happened.
Yeah.
Show us all of it,
Yeah.
Big Brother.
And then he forgot his sunglasses. Was that when he forgot his sunglasses? Or was that
Oh, yeah, I think he did.
Let's put them on wrong again.
Donna was next to nominated. Jack, he goes overboard on the aftershave and it's cut in the back of her throat.
Cocktail of
It's like that's a cocktail. Not allowed to reference it anymore. Angelica was her second nomination because she has the same pyjamas as her. And I was like...
This is not a reason.
But that's not a reason. And also, I'm surprised she wants to nominate Angelica.
Imagine if Angelica actually went because of that reason. Yeah, she obviously don't like her for some reason. There's obviously something that's annoyed her about her.
Well, there might, and if there is, the Big Brother should push for that.
Tell us what it is.
Come on, Big Brother.
Because I felt like a stripy dump, she said, in comparison.
Yeah.
It did sort of make me laugh. Oh, well, I think there's reasons to not like Angelica, but that's just me.
Meanwhile, Michael was explaining how nominations work to Mickey. Chesney was next to nominate. Let me know if you've got anything you want to say.
I got nothing. I'll jump in if I have.
Jack was his first nomination. He said he doesn't like to be touched and he's standoffish.
Well,
this felt unfair.
Guess what? Not everyone wants to be touched. What is this?
Oh, that's what I think about Chesney.
Yeah.
He's a little bit in people's faces with his body. When he did that performance and he had his top off and was grinding up on people.
He was a nudist.
I didn't like that.
See the way he was dancing with Trisha as well.
That was an invasion of space.
Touchy feely. Oh, you're not entitled to fucking touch anyone. Fuck off. Like, Jack's a reserved person. Like, he doesn't have to touch you or hug you.
He was like,
or anything.
I think everyone, he's just not as touchy-feely as the rest of us. Everyone here is like that, so he's a bit of an outsider.
Well, different people that are different, and that's his style, you know.
Yeah, that wasn't fair, really.
Look, he's there with his top off now. He couldn't give a shit. Yeah, that annoyed me because it's like, people are different, and just because he's not like you, go away.
His next nomination was Donna.
Oh, because she wants to go home.
And that's not a reason
out.
either. That's a sympathy vote,
out.
and you can't do that.
Cop out.
But then he twisted it, and Big Brother probably went, well, that's not good enough. But he said, like, he doesn't want to be reminded of his family at home, and the way that she's being is doing that. Come on.
Maybe we don't like Chesney.
I actually don't think we do.
No.
I hadn't thought of it. I've forgotten. But now I'm reading this.
He's on our watch list.
Cards marked. Patsy was next to nominate. This was weird.
This is out of line.
People are finding it funny, but this can't be right.
It's kind of like mean though, don't you think?
You can't nominate based on appearance. That would be like someone going in and saying, well, I'm nominating this person because they're too fat. And you wouldn't accept that.
What was it? He looks like the Joker and he's scaring me in the night or something. Then she said,
She said it might trigger nightmares.
But then she said, but he is a nice looking guy.
Well, no, because you
Can't
just
be a
said that he
nice
looks like the Joker.
Yeah, well, hold on. I guess
Which Joker?
Heath Ledger played the Joker. He was a nice looking guy. But still.
But his version of the Joker slashed open his face.
Yeah.
And had all the weird, like, makeup and stuff. That's very unfair.
Poor Jackie P. Leave Jackie P alone.
That is weird.
Yeah, that should not have been allowed.
Did she say she was scared of the Joker when she was younger or something?
Maybe. That should definitely not have been allowed
If anyone looks like the Joker,
yeah,
it's Mickey. I know Mickey's killer nominated, so it doesn't count. But he does actually look a bit like the Joker.
Yeah, the hair, I guess.
Why, he's so serious. And the puffy face. Like, if you put the makeup on him, he'd be a convincing Joker.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fucked.
There's his next role.
Also, soap on soap crime. Don't approve of that.
Well, the EastEnders and Coronation Street rivalry is, well known.
She wants to be top soap dog.
Yeah. Patsy's second nomination was Michael. He says he's ignored her. She said he's ignored her.
Well, he's mentioned her cooking a few times.
Ignored her when? In relation to the wig conversation? I don't know.
He's ignoring her when she's cooking his dinner and not noticing, apparently.
No, Michael, not Mickey.
Oh, I'm glad Mickey's gone, because Mickey's
killer nominated.
I don't think it's confusing.
Anyway, it was Michael. Danny came in to nominate next. Danny nominated Jack. His jokes are to wind people up intentionally.
Oh.
He enjoys messing with people's heads a bit.
I want to see that. If that's the case.
I want to know what that looks like.
Because someone else said about his dark humour. I want to know what that. I want to know what that means, because that sounds up my street, to be honest.
Funnily enough, Danny also nominated Chesney, which is weird because I saw him and Chesney having the conversation in the snug.
Yeah.
But Danny said that Chesney's not in his circle, and he just like naturally feels closer to the women in the house.
No, he said I feel safer with the women, which I thought was slightly weird.
You'd think it would be Daly that would get a nomination for that sort of thing.
Just that terminology. That's something that sort of annoys me about Danny, because it's hardly like Chesney is like a threatening straight white, and he was kind of saying stuff like that on the podcast about like, straight white men. It's like not every straight white man is like Andrew Tate, do you know what I mean? My boyfriend is a straight white man, and you couldn't get a nicer person on the planet, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just something about that, because I just think it's slightly juvenile, slightly pathetic.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but it's based on people's personal experience, though, isn't it?
I do understand, but I think it's hugely stereotyping. Now I feel like I'm saying not all men. Scratch that. He's right.
You are a little
Men
bit,
suck.
but no, I think Danny's coming from a different experience, and based on that conversation about, what did he say? Being on the knife edge of the transphobia.
Yeah.
And like Danny, probably in drag as well, would feel more vulnerable, apparently, which he's now voiced as the drag persona. Maybe that's all part of it.
But is Chesney really a threat to
I mean, of
Danny?
all these people, I would have thought Daly. So I'm surprised that.
Just something about that
terminology. It was a bit of an unnecessary thing to mention, I felt like, in the noms. I will say that.
Safer, like he feels unsafe around Chesney. Maybe it's because Chesney's trying to strip off and grind on him. You never know.
It could be. I don't know if it is so. If it is, I want to hear so. Trisha nominated next. Trisha's nominated Michael.
Mm-hmm.
He can be a little overwhelming with his stories. The irony.
Yeah, bitch.
Hello.
Because she wants to be telling
She
all
can't
the
top the stories.
Yeah, she can. She'll try.
She can and she will. And then Jack for the dark sense of humour.
I think it's a dry sense of humour. I don't think it's a dark sense of humour.
She said he's kind of like a snake who goes psst, psst at different times.
Cough. I think that's bullshit.
I think Trisha's...
He's just sarcastic and like teasing people. He's not horrible. He's actually really nice. I'm sticking up for him.
Yeah, Trisha's the one to watch too.
Yeah.
She's a snake.
She's the snake in the grass.
She does that thing with the tongue. The nominations were Jack. He had 8 votes.
God, it's a lot, isn't it?
Michael had yeah, that was a lot.
God.
That's pretty unpopular. Michael got 7.
Shit.
I felt bad on Michael because really, what's he done wrong in there?
Nothing.
Mickey had his killer nomination and Trisha got none. And I feel like this is what we need to worry about with Trisha. Because of her condition, she's not going to get noms.
No, the tide's turning on Trisha, I think. I
Do you
think
think?
people are getting annoyed with her, yeah. No, I don't think she will get the sympathy vote for having the cancer. I think the tide is turning. We'll see.
Danny cooked everyone a meal. Apparently Danny's a bit of a cook, but he cooked bangers and mash and baked beans, I think. God, these Americans must be like, is this British food?
Gross.
Go on. I'm out of the noms now. Those are the noms. Come on.
Oh, and then Mickey was double dipping. What was he double dipping in? I can't remember.
Oh, he was trying the mash, wasn't he?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
And then Danny's going, don't double dip, whatever you do. And then
Always
immediately did a lily with the biscuit. Everyone liked Danny's mash. Mickey
Apparently it was really good
much
mash.
better than Patsy Palmer.
Yeah, we needed a man in the kitchen to get a good meal.
I want to see Patsy Palmer and Danny, having a battle over the kitchen, but we've not seen any of that, have we?
No. Do you think Mickey's predisposed to prefer men's people he perceives as men cooking?
What do you think? Who he perceives? Is it a guy? Is it a girl? Danny and Daly were being chummy in the... Oh,
they were clearing the air, weren't they?
Yeah. And Daly said he would come to a drag show.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
And Danny did admit here he thought it was his own thing that he was letting cloud his feelings towards Daly. He's acknowledging that prejudice that he might have, actually. But when Danny gets out and sees those tweets, he's going to go, I was fucking right.
I tweeted this. I said Danny will be mortified when he comes out and sees.
And he won't.
Yeah.
Daly will be off the guest list for the shows.
Yeah.
100%.
It'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Because you think, oh, well, I sort of trusted this person.
Yeah.
They're kind of horrible and against
And
my
that
community.
will reinforce how he feels about these men.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it will. He was right all along. Should have been scared of Daly, not Chesney. Not scared. What was it? Unsafe.
Jojo said as well that she'd had a lovely conversation with Mickey, which I thought was interesting. That was really like that whole situation seemed to be quite fast moving, and now they were really cool.
Oh, I've had a lovely conversation with Mickey. We've ironed it all out.
Big Brother revealed the noms. Michael said, "I want to know who the swines were," and he didn't. They didn't even show him in his interview who they were.
I missed that. The interview was a little short, wasn't it? The outdoor. We'll come on to it, but
We
I
will.
liked the outdoor interview, but I thought they would show more indoors as well, didn't you? A bit extra. Because I feel like the interview is normally twice as long as what it was.
Oh, right, I hear you.
Yeah, like they do the main bit there and then they do the proper bit inside or
Right.
whatever. Or, vice versa.
Bit short, bit light.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't got time to show people their noms, then it's definitely not long enough.
No.
Unless it was because there were like 7 of them. But then even so, they just edit
Just
them
show
quickly,
4
don't
then.
they?
Yeah, whatever. Did you notice when Mickey was eating, he had like all food around his mouth?
Oh, it doesn't surprise me. I didn't
great.
notice.
It's not great, is it? Ella started crying and Danny went, they didn't say your name, you daft cow. I like the way he insults people. I do find it funny. Jack said, I assume people struggled to think of reasons. Well, not for you, mate.
Yeah, I might be out, but I'm sure it was a challenge for everyone.
Jojo, I thought, made a bit of a misstep here.
Did she?
About Mickey said, oh, I think he knows he's going. What he said won't fly in this day and age.
And I thought,
yeah,
you shouldn't
watch.
say that shit. That's a red rag to a bull to the idiot general
Well,
public.
he didn't go, did he?
Exactly. People don't like being told what to do and how to vote.
Is that where Jack said the audience could be quite warped? This is to Mickey,
This
isn't
is
it?
the new Loonies in...
Was he talking about Mickey?
Yeah.
Darren?
The audience can be quite warped, so I completely agree.
He said because he's a controversial character, people could keep him in.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah. Jack and Michael were talking in the kitchen, justifying why they may or may not be up. Michael was quite upset, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't fancy his chances against Hollywood and Coronation Street icons.
And he said he was worried he'd been too much himself, and Danny was like, you can only be yourself.
He'd been too much of himself.
Yeah.
You can't be too much of yourself, can you? Maybe you can.
And then Danny was comforting him. He said, "My street cred's growing down, hugging a Tory. Make this quick because I can't be seen hugging a Tory."
Your impression of Danny.
I can't really do a Scouse accent. Chris is finding it hard that Michael, who he nominated, is up. Was he getting upset? He said,
You nominated him.
He said, "We all actually love him and he has an amazing energy." Well, vote for someone who's bringing the mood down then.
Wouldn't have made a difference anyway. I had so many.
Jack to Michael, what it is at the end of the day, you have to accept they don't like us. That's not helping, is it?
That's really helpful. Very comforting.
Fact is, we're not that popular.
I felt like Jack and Michael were sort of like slightly friendly, so I feel like Jack sort of lost a friend.
And maybe bonded over the fact that we're up.
When you're on the block, on the chopping block.
Michael didn't fancy his chances against a Hollywood star and a Corrie star. I feel more upset about this than losing the general election, he said.
The Jenny Leck.
You know who made that famous, don't you?
Yeah, her,
Martha.
Her.
It's giving viral.
People have stopped saying that now, thank fuck. I watched a little bit of the live feed that night.
Yeah,
and
any notes?
Mickey was, I did make a note. Mickey was saying, all my friends are dead and all the nightclubs and hotels I used to go to are gone. I was thinking, this is like talking to my mum on the phone. And then there was something that people were talking about on Twitter, but I didn't see it. But then they talked about it on, I would say bots, late and live, about the Femme Fresh and the intimacy wipes.
Oh, I watched that whole thing.
That was, Chris came across so
stupid.
Fucking stupid.
He didn't know what intimate meant.
No. God, what a twat. Yeah, that was the only thing.
And then did you see the whole thing about putting honey on the shower?
No.
I think it was Jackie was like, "Yeah, I've heard that when you put honey on the frosted glass, you can see right through it." And they were like, "Yeah, let's try it." And they were doing it on the shower screen, but it's not genuine frosted glass. It's got like a
But why did they want to see through it?
I don't know.
You surely want the opposite.
That was a real odd series of conversations.
They're obviously getting bored.
And that's when John Tickle got a mention.
Oh, yeah.
They were saying that Chris was saying he's seen John Tickle walk on custard on Brainiac.
That's funny.
That was a good live feed, that one.
Never forget John Tickle picking his nose in the shower.
Ah, that tells me then that Danny nominated Chesney before they'd had that conversation in the snug, because that happened that night.
Ah, interesting.
So maybe Danny won't nominate Chesney this week.
Someone's gone to bed.
Chris and Jojo saying goodnight to each other.
Was that Jojo?
Yeah.
That's why she's not in bed with him. Well, that's what I heard from Michael Fabri-can't.
He wouldn't lie.
Jack's going to bed with a cup of tea, like my mum. You know, when old people go to bed with a cup of tea, it's like it's got caffeine in it.
Yeah, that's contradictory.
I think it's mad. They just drink tea all through the night. Fuck. Right, we've still got one more episode.
Got the eviction to go. Do you want to have a little break?
Yeah, let's have a break.
Alright, back in a sec.
Right.
We're on the home stretch now. We've just got the cat's gone wild. We've just got the eviction episode left to talk about, and then we've got an inbox full of quite a lot of emails and from some new people. So thanks for emailing in.
Juicy. Well, stay tuned for that, listeners. Cat's gone nuts. Okay, eviction. There was a power cut in the Big Brother house. The battery has been depleted, and the stars must perform their talents.
Some people believed. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, no, go on.
No, don't finish the premise. I rudely interrupted.
The stars must
use their star power.
Star power to get the battery back up again.
Some people in the house believed there was a technical fault, didn't they?
Is it? What sort of technical fault is that? With the
lights turn red.
Yeah, come on, get real.
You never had that at home when the lights went red. That's what I get in a power cut.
Only when I'm trying to evict you at 3 a.m. Please leave Lindsay's house.
To be fair, you do have every colour light under the sun.
It's true.
And I've got a multicoloured light too, haven't I?
You've got a lovely light.
When I was watching Gaga at Coachella today, because it's not one that's connected to the TV, I was just having to select the right colour to go with each section of the show.
That's
so funny. Sad like that.
That's funny.
Can I just say, I found it quite upsetting that just everyone was getting booed. And I know that it's good that boos are back on CBBUK, but it's like, I don't really know how anyone feels.
But I feel like it was silence when Jack's name was announced.
Well, it was silence when...
Like people forgot.
At the top of the show, when they did all the names, It's like they were told to be silent, but it's like, no, I want the atmosphere from the off.
So are people booing or not booing now?
Booing, but just like a mini boo. Like,
mini boo?
Like we got last on the launch for Michael.
I see. People going, oh, I want to have a shower. Look, if the hot water's off, just have a shower tomorrow.
So there's cold showers. The hot water is only going to run while Chesney is singing. Go on.
I woke up with the power out. No reason to shout about. Remember that song?
No.
Never mind. Arcade Fire. Yeah, go on.
Mickey was basically I am the one and only starts to play. Chesney's complaining because it's not a real guitar.
Yeah.
And didn't Big Brother go, Chesney, it's just a prop. Mickey's like, all right, well, I'll go shower now then. Yeah. Then he's there. It's like me going to the shower. Yeah. He's there, like, looking at his hair in the mirror, just like touching his face. It's like, Chesney's there putting on a show so you can get in the shower.
Also, isn't that a bit rude to Chesney's performance to just fuck off? Couldn't you hear like a verse at least?
He's like, is that his song?
Yeah.
And JoJo's like, yeah, have you heard it? And he was like, no. Was it JoJo said, have you heard it?
I don't want to either. No, I don't know how it was.
Yeah, he's never heard the one and only. No. Angelica said, do you like it? And Mickey went, I can't hear it.
Deliberately.
Definitely suppose.
I don't mind the one and only. I could listen to that a few times without getting bored.
It's a bit overdone, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's one of those songs that, like, they play at a disco.
Yeah.
A wedding, like a British wedding, you're probably going to hear that.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. What about Chesney being on that table and then jumping off, doing a sort of, scissor kick at the end? That's
like busted.
Dangerous at his age, isn't it? Yeah, it was a bit busted, actually.
It
wasn't busted. A scissor kick, actually. It was like I don't know what you call that.
I don't even know what a scissor kick is.
A scissor kick is more like Jarvis Cocker used to do in Common View.
Did he?
Like that.
Wow. Oh, like Melanie C. No, that's a karate kick.
Oh, yeah, similar though. Similar. What song is this? Someone said. And they said, it's the same song. It's still
Chris. Yeah, Chris said that after the 5th time of Chesney having to play it or sing it.
And then Mickey came in to talk to Big Brother and they said, oh, did you like Chesney's song? And he went, oh, it's okay. That was a polite no. He loves rock and roll and was hanging out with David Bowie. And Bowie said, you need to invest in some gold bullion. What did Big Brother say?
Oh, did he say, did you invest in the gold bullion? Yeah. He hadn't, had he?
No.
I don't know what Big Brother said, but...
Big Brother said, you should have listened to David.
Oh, did he? You've missed a key point here.
Not a single bar.
Mickey said that he and David Bowie would spend a few days, just talking.
Just talking, yeah. Some white powder to keep them talking, I think. That's why he's brain dead. But those brain cells are still rejuvenating.
Yeah, they do rejuvenate.
Keep them rejuvenating as long as humanly possible. This is where I wrote, I want Mickey to go now. I've had enough.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the exact moment I decided.
The end of your tether was reached.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, fuck this, sick of it.
Is it okay to ride Donna?
I guess it's up to Donna. He was pulling her hair.
Yeah. I've seen it all a bit odd.
Yeah, that's inappropriate. Kick Chris out.
Trisha being judgmental again.
What has she been judgmental?
Danny was like, I've got an assistant. And she was like, do you pay them? Do you have to pay them? And Danny just looks at her like, well, of course.
Yeah.
It's almost like these people, and I don't know if it's because she's not been in the country, can't fathom that like drag is someone's career.
Yeah,
it's almost like that must be a hobby, a side thing.
Yeah, they think it's like a tin pot.
Are you joking? Danny Beard won fucking Drag Race UK and is an excellent drag queen. Like, of course, they're making a living.
What sort of living would you make from being a drag queen? Like, how much money would you make? I haven't got a clue.
I have no idea how much, but
a decent amount.
Someone like Danny, obviously, not only are you getting TV appearances every now and then that you're getting paid for, but Danny did like their own tour. Which was selling out. It was like theatre venues, but even so,
you get a cut of each ticket, sort of thing, wouldn't you?
I mean, for their own tour, they should get. Obviously, they're probably paying for the venue as well, and they've got a drummer, a guitarist, a singer, an assistant, probably a manager.
Yeah.
But Danny will be the kind of person which will play at festival events as well. Like I've seen Danny play at Mighty Hoopla.
So it's similar in a way to being a singer in a band, really.
Yeah, I think so. Apart from Danny doesn't really have the revenue from their own music.
Yeah. Well, I don't think artists do these
No,
days either.
not really.
So
Yeah,
it's probably not
really
much
from
different.
performing, isn't it?
Yeah, I understand Trisha not understanding that because I don't really understand it either.
Yeah, but it was just the way she was like, "Do you have to pay them?"
It was rude the way she said it. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt rude.
And Danny didn't like it. 'Cause
No.
Danny went and complained about it to Chris, didn't he?
Oh, did it?
Yeah, he went, and Chris said, well, it's not like they're going to work for free, is it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit, rude. By the way, you missed, not that it was very interesting.
Go on.
Just Jack saying he feels he's an easy target as he's cheeky and he'd like to stay and he's loved every minute. I was surprised because I thought he hated her up until that point. This was the thing we were saying about earlier.
That was his diary room, wasn't it?
Yeah. Michael Fabri-can't was saying he loves 4 in a bed.
What is 4 in a bed? I can't remember.
It's like a bit like Come Dine With Me.
Is it a B&B
Yeah,
competition?
they go to each B&B and then they rate them, but it's in your interest to rate them low because you want to win. Do you know what I mean? Same with Come Dine With Me. They go and
they look under the mattress and they like put their finger around the bed frame.
Yeah, and they go, this egg was overcooked in the morning and shit like that. It is quite good. Once you start watching it, it's like, have you ever seen A Place in the Sun? I start watching that and I get into it.
Look on Twitter and A Place in the Sun.
Yeah.
The way the people tweet about that, they are so harsh on everyone. Yeah. They go, these people, they're absolute. They've got a term for people that are time wasters. Yeah, I've forgotten what it is, but that people are always calling out these people.
People are rude on it. They're like, this is a shithole. It's like, it looks really nice. Like, fuck off.
The thing is, a lot of the places that they go to these apartments in Spain,
they look the same.
They're not like British homes.
No, they all have that
white box,
floor.
Tiles.
Yeah.
Very like basic kitchen.
Yeah, like when you go on holiday and you stay in those places, it's like that, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit like your place. Yeah. Your place is nice that you're going to on holiday.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's always like whitewashed walls, and like these people, they get in there and they go, "Oh, I don't really like it because it doesn't look like my house at home."
Yeah,
don't they?
It's like, bitch, do you want to live in the sun or not? Jack said he likes naked attraction. Americans, if you don't know what naked attraction is, look that shit up. It's entertaining. You get to see loads of willies and they look disgusting. That's about it, really. You see some fannies as well.
Basically, what it is judging people from the feet up, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like a little garage door that or garage door which gradually goes up and it goes do do do.
And the people on it are always ugly as sin. And God knows how they go back into work the next day, but that's another story.
The worst part is that the picker then has to come out naked too at the end.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. And then, no, I don't even want to think about it. Danny bitching about what Trisha said, fair enough. Michael had to do a speech. Oh, this was a bit contentious.
This is where it all went a bit awry, wasn't it?
What do you think?
About what Trisha had to say.
But yeah,
I think Trisha was jumping the gun. Trisha started to go before he'd even said anything, to be fair.
Yeah, she did.
She was waiting for a moment to cause some shit, I feel like. Or she was on edge because she thought he was going to say some shit. Or a bit of both.
See,
go on.
I can't be bothered to really go into it, but don't come to this country to change everyone to your way of thinking. If it wasn't a Tory saying it, I almost sort of half agree with it. If you're moving to a different country, I'm moving to America and I go there and like, you have to say God save the Queen. This is just obviously bollocks. But do you know what I mean? Like without the sort of racist Tory spin on it, it sort of makes
reasonable
sense.
Thing. Yeah, like for example,
like you assimilate to the country you move to, it doesn't assimilate to you, kind of thing.
Like when I moved to Thailand. Obviously, like I greeted people the way that Thai people greet, which is like the hand prayer thing. It's called a Y, but
it's respectful.
Yeah,
but this is obviously
it's a bit pointed when it comes to
different
a politician.
But what he's saying, it just in isolation is true, but it's all the other shit around it. But for Trisha to jump to Islamophobia, I thought was just wild, to be honest. And I don't think the others. This is what I'm saying about Trisha. For some of the others,
that didn't do any favours. Yeah.
And she just jumped in. It's just kind of rude as well. She always just jumps in like rude. I don't know.
I think somebody on Twitter had said like, "Oh well, Michael's been known for Islamophobia." I mean, I don't know that from the outside.
That does add a bit of.
But maybe that's
Okay. Well,
maybe that was why her back was up.
Well, that does make sense then. And I'm sure Trisha has fucking researched everyone before she went in.
Do you think?
Oh, hundo.
Hadn't heard that for a while.
Daly walked off. Why did Daly walk off? Just couldn't be bothered with it.
Did he?
Yeah. Patsy went into the kitchen and said to Jack, who was making his 17,000 cup of tea for the day, "The world is fucked. Just be kind, share, be nice to people. Oh, live, laugh, love." Patsy for president, I've written.
I couldn't tell if she was annoyed with Trisha or Michael at that point. She just sort of seemed done with it.
Yeah, just didn't want to talk
I
about
think they were all like,
politics of
"Oh
it.
fuck!" Like,
Yeah.
let's get away from this because it's a hot potato.
Yeah, that's a perfect word for it. Yeah. Oh, what about this though?
Angelica, is Angelica crying?
No.
Go on, because my notes are a little
No.
bit.
Chris said Trisha was aggressive when they
Oh,
were sitting around the table. He said there was no need for her to be aggressive.
oh, there you go. This is the tide turning.
Yeah, and I don't know where the Islamophobia comment came from.
Mm.
I don't think calling Trisha aggressive is a good look for you either, Chris.
No, it's not actually. Yeah, no, I did. I remember going, "Oh," but I didn't write it down for some reason.
Yeah, and
The
I
thing is,
noticed when they
aggressive is a bit like she was unreasonable. Maybe shouting out
aggressive
like that.
was not the right word. She is forthright, I'd say. And I noticed when he said it, they filmed Angelica's face when he said it.
Oh, how did she react? I think she was
She didn't particularly.
Wasn't she in
react.
agreement that Trish had been a bit unreasonable?
It's hard to say from her face, but I just thought it was interesting. And then Fabri-can't came over and he was like, "Oh," and Chris said, "Oh, don't worry, you did good." You could tell he was pissed off with what Trisha said.
Yeah.
So I think Trisha will get a few votes this week. What is this? Danny wiping Trisha's bum?
Huh? Oh, she'd sat in something.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
She had something on
I
her
was
butt.
thinking, what happened here? Oh, yeah, Michael in the diary room said Trisha was stereotyping me as a Conservative MP. Well, you are a Conservative MP. Then, yeah, Angelica, go on.
So I watched this, right? But I think I was distracted. Oh, I know what I was trying to do. I was trying to vote and I couldn't log in because I didn't realise and I wasn't reading the message properly because I just wanted to get it done. I'd set a password for my ITV voting login attached to my phone number, but I didn't know that and I thought I was waiting for a text.
Ah.
So I was really confused, like, where's my text? Like, I
Yeah.
want to get my votes in to save
Yeah.
Michael. So I was so distracted at this point. And I looked at the TV and Angelica was crying. I was like, I don't really know what Angelica was crying about. And then I heard Trisha go, "Oh, well, I always knew you were there because there weren't many of us in the industry." And I was like, oh, she must be crying about, like, being a black woman in TV. And, like, because she said she'd got a letter from someone. I was like, oh, maybe this is someone who is also was a black child and, like, was inspired by her.
Yeah.
But she was just talking about children in retrospect. And it could be, like, maybe implied that this person that was inspired by her was like her. But she didn't say anything like that.
No.
Angelica didn't say it.
What
but
are you saying? Trisha's putting her own shit on it?
Yeah, Trisha turned it
Yeah.
around to be her thing about how it was so hard for us in the industry. But
That's what
I'm not
Trisha does.
convinced.
She turns everything around.
I'm not
to
convinced
be
that's
her
where
thing.
Angelica was going with it.
No, it wasn't.
And Danny was crying, saying, like, I don't know why Danny started blubbing. I think Danny will blub at the drop of a
Because
hat.
Danny used to watch Angelica on TV.
Yeah, but why are you crying?
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, Danny was saying, yeah, you were an inspiration to me. So yeah, I don't really think necessarily that was where she was going with it, although it could have been.
But when Trisha said that wasn't where she was going with it, but when Trisha said it, she was celebrating 25 years on TV.
Right.
Danny said 25 years, you old cow, which I like. But she
You should come to one of Danny's shows with us.
His one-liners are
You're
funny.
resistant of drag shows, but I think after this you should come to Danny Beard's show with me.
Well, maybe I should. And maybe you should come to the indie night.
Yeah, we should do it.
Yeah, what a life
Ooh,
swap.
yeah, party swap.
Yeah. No, Angelica was not talking about being black, but I think she could relate when Trisha mentioned that. And it was, especially 25 years ago, it was a different world out there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I just thought, and then they were going, happy birthday. I was thinking, it's not your birthday. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was her birthday.
No, it wasn't. It was just 25 years of being on TV.
So that party that they won wasn't for Angelica's birthday?
Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
I don't
it
know.
was.
I'm not sure.
Neither of us. Were
What I
paying
thought-
attention.
What I thought...
I've warmed to Angelica a little bit.
Oh,
I'll
have
say.
you?
A little bit, but the jury's still out.
I've discovered her Instagram and I've been watching her videos about restoring her house. And I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, is Michael Underwood in there?
He was in something that I saw, because I was like, I know who he is. He was on Blue Peter too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he sucks.
Or at least CBBC.
He's awful.
Did you go to school with him?
Yeah.
Why have you got beef with him?
Because he's just so annoying. So annoying. Going on about being on TV all the time, and everyone's just like, oh, fuck off.
Oh, he was on TV
He
at
was
that
on
time?
TV then, yeah, he was like in kids shows and things like that.
Oh.
Yeah, so of course at school everyone's going to be like, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? Jealous.
Still not over it. What I thought was funny about this was Angelica was relaying a story about a letter that she'd got from someone.
Yeah.
Saying that she wanted to be an actress because of her. And then she's like, I had the name and I looked her up.
Yeah.
And now she's a teacher. And I was like,
yeah.
But I think it's a drama teacher. But well, she's not an actress.
No.
And also, Angelica weren't acting anyway.
Also, why are you looking people up? Stalker?
That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so then we had to do the actors doing the improv.
Was this fun? I was a bit bored by it.
I liked Patsy going, Sheriff Mickey.
Was she consciously doing that?
Yeah,
she didn't give it enough, did she?
She must have been. And I liked Jack going, call it, little lady. The acting was just absolutely diabolical.
Patsy couldn't do an American accent to save her life.
No.
Although Patsy did end up acting better than Mickey Rourke. So.
Mickey was not really getting into the spirit of it, I would say. When he had
nominated for an Oscar,
it's mad. When he had to be the angry husband, she said, oh, you're my husband. He said, who'd you expect? Santa Claus? And he said, she ain't that hot in bed and she can't cook.
Any opportunity.
That did make me laugh. I was like, fucking hell. I said, BB charged up that battery real quick to shut him up.
Back to the sofa now, Mickey. Take your meds.
Oh, God. Trisha was talking about Tony Curtis, the actor, and said, was he gay in the end? And Danny said, yeah, on his deathbed he sent a cop. That was a good one.
You like Danny's humour.
I find him very funny. Jojo had to do a dance. What do you think about that?
Do you know Jojo's first thing is off some Dance Mums show? So, yeah, that's her thing.
Yeah.
She charges the backtrack pretty quick.
Yeah. She's just like a little bit of an energizer bunny, isn't she?
A little bit.
She was trying to get the others to join in. Mickey didn't really want to, but then he did. He was dancing a little bit, swaying, I'd say.
Just like when he got that warning.
Then yeah, you're right. So then we had this farce of Jojo and Chris swapping clothes. And Jojo had a new house. Oh, we like an alter ego in the Big Brother house,
yeah,
don't
we
we?
like Zoe Wilbur.
Yeah. This proper made me laugh.
Did it?
Well, did it make you cringe or did it make you laugh?
I wasn't sure if he really believed, if he was playing along, or if he really believed it was a new person.
Oh, who's that?
Chesney.
Oh, right. Chesney's cuddling Chris.
By the way, while we were watching the live feed earlier, just before we came back, we did see Chris and Jojo
kissing on
in the
lips.
bedroom, and they had a quite lingering kiss on the lips. Not that lingering,
it
but
wasn't
longer than
lingering.
friendly. And you said to me,
I don't think it was that much longer than friendly.
Well, you said we're friends and we're not kissing on the lips.
We certainly are not.
No.
We'll hug.
But then I said, I have got friends that I would kiss on the lips.
Yeah.
And we've actually talked about this off air. But that's when we're in a club and we're all drunk and we just have a little pet.
Yeah,
that's all that is.
Yeah, that's different, I suppose. Yeah.
But the goodnight kiss.
Yeah. Do you even kiss, mate?
I think Michael.
Called
it makes sense why Michael would have said that.
Yeah, it seems a little bit more than what you would expect.
Yeah.
But we shall see. Watch this space. So Jojo, her man get up.
Oh, it's good.
What am I trying to say? She looked really different.
Drag. Yeah, it's drag.
She looked good.
Yeah.
Don't you think? That was.
Who did the stubble for Jojo?
I don't know. She looked really good. So she just went up to
kind of cute, kind of hot.
Yeah.
A bit of a hottie.
So she went up to Mickey and she said, hi, I'm your new housemate, Billy. She said, what's the deal with this house? He went, just standing around doing stupid shit.
Is that what he said?
That is just genius.
I want to watch this bit again.
That is fucking hilarious. Then she went, oh, who's cool, who's not cool? Sorry, he went, who's cool, who's not cool? He goes, oh, Daly's cool. Chesney can sing a little bit. How has he not noticed Jojo's gone, by the way, when they're all sitting around having dinner?
Yeah.
Mickey said he hasn't gotten to know Donna, and Billy said, "Oh, are you glad you came?" And he went, 50-50.
Everything's 50-50.
Yeah. Then he went, "Oh, Jojo's quite popular in the house." Like, looked surprised that she was popular. And Patsy went, "I like her." And Mickey went, "What do you know? You can't even cook. Not even a little bit." That is
so unrelated.
Savage. What the fuck? Patsy got her. She got.
Oh,
the
she
hug,
cried in the diary,
basically.
didn't she?
She was like, "Oh, I'm not bothered," and then went off and cried her eyes out. Then he was moaning about her broccoli once again. Fucking hell, she'll never cook broccoli again. This woman.
I don't know about the broccoli.
And Patsy said she wasn't sure if it was a joke or not in the diary room. I don't think it is, girl.
No. But she was upset because I think she felt she hadn't done enough to show her kids how to stand up for themselves, right? That's why she was crying. Wow. Isn't it funny what can make you cry in the Big Brother house?
Yeah. Well, insulting your cooking, it is quite a personal thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then Jojo was like sat at the table and she took the hat off or a wig or whatever it was.
Yeah, and he goes, "Oh,
I thought you were Jojo."
You look like Jojo. I thought you were Jojo. You look like Jojo.
This was killing. This was absolutely. I thought he actually reacted well to it though. I thought he was going to be angry about it. But he actually took it in quite good spirit.
The bit that sort of like kind of broke my heart the most was that he goes, "Oh, I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss Billy.
I'm going to miss that guy." He said, "I thought this was the little dude that's come here to replace me tomorrow." That was so fucking funny, man. That was just, I've got to show Jack that bit. It was just like, it could have been like so cringe, and it kind of was, but also was just ludicrous.
Yeah.
That was just... How can he not fucking know? He's lived with her for 3 fucking days and he don't recognise her.
I think after this, Jojo needs to start doing drag shows.
Yeah, that was good. She looked good as a guy.
My God, imagine if Danny does a show and Jojo's got like a side bit.
Yeah.
It's Billy.
Billy looked good. I'm missing that little guy too. That was just... I love that. What did you think of it?
I thought it was good, but I just thought, until she took it off and then revealed herself, I was like, he must just be playing along. I was like, no, he really was convinced that's a new person. And then when he went to the diary room,
he was tickled about it, wasn't he?
Jojo.
Yeah.
But I thought he showed his arse because he basically was like, well, when Jojo was a dude, like it was a whole different thing. Yeah, I respected her all of a sudden. He didn't say it, but it's what it insinuated.
Interesting.
But then that's maybe turning his like perceptions of what people are, who people are based on gender on their head. Maybe, I hope.
Yeah, that's probably a bit much for him, but it would be good if that was the case. So then they had a party,
which I thought was for Angelica's birthday.
There was some funny dancing going on.
Chesney was getting his top off and grinding up on people.
Yeah, it was just a little partyette though, wasn't it?
It was just a little party, as known as a 10-minute party in a fake house.
Michael was in the diary room. He said he'll miss the other housemates and doesn't want to go.
Mickey and Daly were having a conversation in the bedroom, and I need to know if you've got more of what Mickey said, because he was saying basically he's worried that there was going to be someone in here who was pushing the envelope over him.
He said there's no one in here who's offensive or pushing the envelope.
And when you think there's no one doing
it's
it...
You.
It's you.
It's you. I've written it's you. And then Daly...
He goes, but there's nobody like that in here.
And then Daly said, I thought they'd all be knobs. And I've written, it's you. After that as well. And then Mickey said, they're just sweet kids. Sweet kids. Then we had Chesney's sob story about getting dropped by his record label, started doing drugs. I want to know what drugs he was doing. And then he met his wife and turned it all around. Mickey went into the diary room to make a complaint. This was very Jackie Stallone.
You should have a harpist in here.
In the future, can you hire really good chefs to feed the people? No, they will not do that. Mickey said he's missing walking down the street. If he could just walk down the street a bit, it'd be all right. I don't think you would. I doubt you could even walk down the street. He said he likes Danny and Daly. We know you fucking like Daly. And he likes Jojo now. It blew his mind when she dressed up. He said he's realised about himself he's not good around crowds and he doesn't like being told what to do. There's some self-awareness at least. Mickey was on the ground praying it was him when it came to the eviction vote. But
he was, wasn't he?
But it was Michael. Yeah, that's when they said, see you in the next life. Michael said he would miss his friends. So what do we think about this new setup, having the actual interview on the main show?
What are they going to do if it rains with those sofas outside?
Good point.
I tell you what, they've got so much room in that car park where the studio is. They just need to build a new orbit stage. You know, the little eye that Emma used to go in.
Yeah. It just was so much better to have it on the main show.
It's so much better. That's been their biggest mistake. One, because it's really hard when you're watching on demand, and two, because when you're in the audience, you don't get to see the interview. So what's the point in going?
Stupid. So, but I thought the audience around him seemed very quiet and subdued. No one was really like shouting out or anything. Was that just a bit of the audience kind of thing?
It did look a little bit empty. Maybe
something was sus about that whole situation.
Because if you noticed, I don't know if it's just because they crowded them around that bit, but everything towards the house was empty. It wasn't deep with people anymore.
Yeah, interesting.
But what I found a bit weird was like the height of the stage compared to the people. They were there like little fawning cherubs, like at ground level, like kids sitting on the rug listening to Michael have his moment.
Oh,
it's a bit odd.
Now we didn't.
It needs work, but I like it.
Oh, it's better. It's a lot better though. Now we never did get to see Torty the battery boy, did we? He was lost to time.
No, I don't know if you saw that.
Just like the cereal box house.
Apparently, it's part of the wheeling him on the.
Oh, was it?
That's what Will Best said. Part of that suitcase wheeling him around thing. What's he called? Torty.
Yeah.
Torty the battery boy. It sounds like what's that biscuit boy?
Oh,
Cravendale,
Jonathan Chavat.
The Cravendale biscuit boy.
Yeah, I like this Cravendale biscuit boy. Bring him back. Then he said that Chesney was the one that mentioned immigration first.
He did.
Yeah.
He raised the question.
And the last thing I've got on him was he said the whole BB experience has been psychedelic. What sort of chocolate they got in that house?
What did you think about Mickey trying to walk out as well?
Did he?
Yeah, he followed him into the corridor, didn't he?
I missed that.
Did you?
Yeah.
He goes, I'm coming with you. Coming too.
No, you're right.
And then Jojo or someone was like, come back in here.
Yeah.
And so he like doddered back to the house.
God. Oh, it's a shame that Michael went and Mickey stayed.
Yeah, it is now.
It is now.
Because I just feel sad for Michael because he was having a lovely time.
He was embracing the experience. That's what I liked about him.
Exactly.
I know, he made friends. Friends for life, we don't know, but he'd made friends.
Yeah.
I've got a bit from Late in Life.
Go on.
When they cut to the house, when they were obviously in the buggy going over, Angelica was talking about finding mummified rats in her house.
About her renovation, and there's a lot of that if you go onto her Instagram.
And someone said, "What's mummified?" I was like, "Thick fuck."
She said, "Just hard."
Yeah. No.
I don't think it was actually mummified. I think she just meant it was like dead and dried out. Because if you mummified it would be like embalmed, wouldn't it? Imagine finding a mummified mouse. Be a bit weird in a London home.
Then they showed some unseen bits from the house, which I thought was interesting. We saw Danny doing.
This was exactly what we wanted from Late and Live.
We saw Danny doing Mickey's makeup.
I really like that clip.
Quite good, yeah.
And he goes, Mickey goes, have you done your makeup today? And Danny goes, no, but nothing on. He goes, your skin looks fantastic. And I was just like to see that.
Sweet.
And then Danny goes, I don't want to make you look like a drag queen. And
he
goes,
went, I don't mind. He had a bit of sparkle on him. He looked good. Then we saw the Jojo and Chris bit. I was like, oh. Yeah, and then the bit about Michael Fabri-can't calling them out. Apparently the air is very dry in the Big Brother house. They have to go outside to get
some moisture.
We saw Danny doing an impression of Mickey. That was funny. Going, I can't remember what he was saying.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was good. And then we saw Mickey saying to Trisha that he believes dog saliva can cure cancer.
Oh yeah, and she was like, not only cancer, just like illnesses in general.
Yeah, is that
when they lick you and what?
Approved by the NHS? Or?
I don't think so.
And Donna loves pegging. It makes her feel powerful to have a dick.
Did she say she does it or she wants to do it?
I think she said she does do it, and then Ella said she wants to do it.
Ah, interesting. A very free conversation.
I could not think of anything worse than doing that. It sounds like a lot of effort. I couldn't be bothered. Seems like a lot of guys want it though.
Wow.
From what I've seen on the street.
They should take a leaf out of Fabricant's book and go buy. I'm bi.
Fucking hell, this has been a long podcast.
Yeah. We haven't done one like this for a while, but anyway,
No,
CBB's on for a short time,
never
so
will again.
we're here for a long time, not a good time. Right, we're now on to the emails.
Oh, Jesus H. Christ.
Right, bbeyondblastpod@gmail.com if you'd like to email us your views. I think we've got some new people here.
What's that
In
big
the
giant
inbox.
corridor they're walking
Oh,
down
we're
there?
getting to see the blue corridor.
It's huge.
I don't know. I think that's
By the time we finish this, the life is going to be over.
that's the diary room, is it? Oh
Is
no,
it?
it's not. Oh,
What is
interesting.
that?
It looks like a hospital, doesn't it? With like
Yeah,
blue
it
halfway
does.
down. Oh, it's to the task room.
Ah.
Sorry, the inbox is now. Told you we get distracted by that lifey.
Yeah, but we've not been too bad.
So the first person in the inbox is Abby.
Hi, Abby.
I think Abby's new. Sorry if you're not. Hi, Lindsay and Gaz. Sorry for any spelling mistakes of names. That's all right.
Don't
Lindsay's like so not bothered about that.
We don't care. I don't care if it's someone at work and my email address is written above with my name spelt correctly.
Yeah.
Then I think you
Yeah,
lazy fucker.
I've been called Gav.
Come on, but if you don't have no idea how to spell my
I've
name,
only got 3 letters to get wrong.
that's bad. There's so many ways you can spell my name, so don't you worry about that at all.
Here we go. I've never written in before. I thought so.
Oh, nice.
And I'm writing this very quickly during the CBB adverts.
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking that ad break to email us.
Yeah,
and,
why
you know,
don't
you could have gone for a wee, you could have made a cup of tea, you could have done some
Tweeted.
tweets. I don't have much time to think, but wanted to get this in before the cut-off point. So all I have to say is yay to you two and your honest opinions, and extra yay for your super long content.
Oh, well,
thank you.
You like this one, girl.
We'll write something about the actual housemates next time, but for now, thank you, and speak more in my next email.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice, just to say
Oh.
thanks.
Well, you better bloody write in again now, otherwise we'll be disappointed.
P.S. Hope David Platt gets evicted tonight. Love from Abby.
Yay!
Abby's my people.
You were with me up until that point.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Save the M's. Now both the M's are gone.
Oh, God. M&M's.
Next up, thanks for that, Abby. We'll hear from you soon with some actual opinions, but I appreciate you taking an ad break to quickly email.
Yeah, give us a compliment. Nice.
Yeah, we like that.
We like that.
Next is Ricky. Hi, Lindsay and Gaz.
Hiya.
Oh, speaking of names spelt wrong, this says Gas.
Gas, whatever. Gav.
It's 2 warnings and you're out here, Ricky, so get it right next time. It's Ricky here. This week has been a really, oh yeah. It's been a really strong start with very few tasks and actual drama.
Yeah, I agree.
And my opinions are vastly changing every episode on each of the celebs. Like Chris seemed great until this episode, where he reminds me he's a straight white man.
Oh. Unsafe.
Is that because he was
Feeling unsafe?
upset with what Trisha said?
I don't know.
Ultimately, I reckon Michael was the right person to go, as he's quite insidious, especially with that task where Trisha rightly called him out. Ah, there you go. Okay.
I can see that side of it too.
Also, they tried to improve the interviews, but still felt like a bit of a mess. Also, Lindsay, your Insta is pretty refreshing, or might just be an older person thing, I don't know. So I'd just be liking anything.
Oh, thanks.
I don't know if it was you're the older person or Ricky is.
Yeah, what are you trying to say, Ricky?
Yous are pretty insightful and funny. Keep up the great work. Well, I hope we haven't turned you off by thinking that Trisha was being a bit of a dick.
I'm sure you
There's
can
a
cope with a differing opinion.
By the way, it ends up in a thumbs up emoji. That's a very important
Thanks,
point to
Ricky.
note.
I think that might be Ricky who was telling me someone's impersonating me, so...
No, it wasn't, was it?
Yeah, I think so. If you've seen someone impersonating me, please report them
Yeah, please do.
to a local policeman.
Oh, here we go. Here. If you're new here, you'll get used to this person. This is a long email. Too much of something is bad enough, but something's coming over me to make me wonder. Oh, that's the Spice Girls.
Yeah, even I know that.
Yeah, too much of
I know who this is because I saw
something's
the name. I
bad
saw the
enough.
name in the email inbox.
Good morning, the L&G connection. It's Black Jungle Snake here.
God, that's a
Yeah,
throwback.
it is a throwback. Okay. While Donald Trump and Xi Jinping compared their dick sizes by use of increasing the tariffs, over here in Pollen Haven, Spring, England, we're going deep inside CBBUK cave once again. My thoughts real quick. 1. I agree with the past email that said this might be the best crop of celebs in the house.
Oh.
I don't know 90% of them. But it's great seeing that they eat the same foods as me. Mickey Rourke is a surprise acquisition.
Not anymore.
Wonder how much they paid him, because he definitely ain't getting ejected for the Jojo Siwa scandal.
Oh.
Why kill the cash cow that you heavily invested into?
Oh.
Also, he is slow as a motherfucking turtle. Of course, he is 72. But goddamn, cocaine is one hell of a drug. Seeing how he is moving is a sad sight to see.
It is a bit, yeah.
3. My early favourites is Jojo Siwa and Patsy. This is definitely going to be a generational war. Old gen will definitely vote for Patsy, in brackets, EastEnders fandom, while the new gen will vote for Jojo, in brackets, she was in Dance Moms, and is a pretty successful pop star at the moment. Thank you, Latago, for that. 4.
AI.
4. Is it just me, or am I bored that they're still using the same aesthetics with the overall design of the BBI and the graphics?
I agree.
To be honest, I feel like
has,
they've got
isn't
something simple that works, but the whole boom, boom, the sounds are a bit like... In Channel 4, they were so creative. They mix it up every series. So I hear what you're saying. Is it in the contract that ITV can't change the shit up like Channel 4 and 5 did? Yeah, even Channel 5 did. Making me infuriating when I see the intro, but we move still. Yeah, that intro does need work.
I didn't know Latago cared so much about that sort of shit.
The branding, you got to be on it. Number 5. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to shoot my shot towards AJ. Yeah, she's listening.
Good luck, mate.
She's beautiful, man.
She
I
is.
tear up whenever I see her on screen.
Those aren't tears.
Either that or this fucking hay fever is flaring up.
I've got hay fever as well. I feel that.
Welcome back, guys. I missed the podcast and the cackling. Can't wait for the next few weeks, and then I'll be in hibernation again until the civilian series.
No.
Kind regards, Latago, a.k.a. Black Jungle Snake, Joseph's personal butler.
That's hilarious.
Listeners, connecting with listeners in this weird meta context.
That's
I'm
good.
up. I'm
That's
down
good.
for that.
That's good.
I think this is possibly a new person. Yeah, it is another new person.
Oh, lovely.
Charlie.
Lovely. Welcome.
The subject line is, am I now a Tory sympathiser?
Oh.
Yeah, I know how you feel. Hi, guys.
Not anymore.
First time writing in. I've been a listener for a while now.
Oh, sweet.
And firstly, just want to say thank you for all your coverage and effort with the pod.
Aw.
That's so nice.
Thanks.
I look forward to your roundups and listening to your thoughts of the show. Sorry. I'll keep this short because I can't be asked to write loads, lol.
Fair.
That's good with us. I hate to admit this, but I'm kind of gutted that Michael was evicted. Me too. I felt like he was hilarious, and although a stinky Tory, he did have some really funny and genuinely sweet traits, which I wish we could have seen more. However, this morning I did search his voting history when he was an MP. I wanted to know this.
Here we go.
And his voting record on climate and environmental issues pissed me off as an environmental professional.
You can go then.
Why am I surprised, though, as he is a Tory? Anyway, Jack should have gone. He's defo Joker vibes. Oh, she's with Patsy.
Boo.
And he makes me feel uncomfortable as he just watches. He's just observing.
Some people are like that, you know. Some people are quiet. Some people are lurkers. Some people sit back and watch.
True. Mickey is equally odd, and the comments he made to Jojo were wild, but at least he's given us some sort of TV, question mark, yeah.
Mickey is considerably more odd than Jack P. Shepherd. Considerably.
More unsettling, I would say.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, not so short, but keep up the great pod.
Oh.
Chris Hughes has surprised me, so maybe I'm backing him as the underdog. Love from Charlie. Charlie's included her pronouns too, which is helpful.
Thanks, Charlie. Oh, that was nice. I disagree about Jack, but that's okay. This is a safe space to agree and disagree.
I need some more water. It's dry air in this Big Brother house is drying my throat out. Do you think you could just put some in there for me, please?
Yeah.
I'm going to read this next email loud.
Hold on, but I want to hear it.
Well, it's from Laurie. I'll read it loud so you can hear it.
Louder.
Michael getting emotional on the late and live set, watching the diary room footage of Danny Beard speaking about him.
Hold on.
Pulled. Sorry, we're having a hydration break.
I've not filled it all the way up.
That's all right. It
Give me a
takes
bit.
too long.
Keep going.
Can you read this one for me? Because I've got to take a drink.
Let's have
Thank
a look.
you.
Michael getting emotional on the late and live set, watching the DR footage of Danny Beard speaking about him pulled all my heartstrings. The BB house can bring out the worst in people, as we've seen this past week. It also highlights some of the best human behaviour. I love this
Human
crazy
behaviour.
I love this crazy ass show so much. The upcoming shopping task looked amazing. Mickey is going to be even more confused than he already is. He should have gone over Michael, in my opinion, but some crazy TV moments are bound to happen with this pirate theme. Ta-ta for now, loyal listener Laurie. The task does look good from what we've seen on...
Classic divide the group task.
But I don't think you're going to get any more moments from Mickey. Well, maybe
you will.
Before he goes.
Might get a big one.
Yeah. Thanks, Laurie.
Thanks for reading that one. I think Laurie's got a secondary follow-up one. Oh, it's a question.
Question?
Quick question for Gaz. Was the live crowd smaller than last season? I was watching the aerial view of last night's eviction and it didn't seem as full as normal. This is what I was saying when we saw the interview, right? It looked a bit empty.
Yeah, it did.
I think that because it's just the eviction and not the launch, maybe there's less interest. They were trying really hard to get people to come. Mm-hmm. Like, even at the launch show, they were like, use this code and you'll get guaranteed entry. And then they were sending emails being like, if you come, you'll get, like... They'd sometimes do, like, oh, you'll get tickets to Britain's Got Talent as well. Mm-hmm. So I think they were a bit worried about interest. But what I felt being outside the house compared to the last set, it felt like it was probably a comparable amount of people at the launch party, launch night. But then, because that's a really popular night, I feel like that was probably capacity. I mean, there was capacity. They told me that I maybe couldn't get in. I think it's really quite similar in size, to be honest, Laurie. But yeah, I think there was just less people last night. Or they'd moved people around because they had that open gangway where the cars came in and the housemates walked up the steps.
Oh, yeah.
Which people would have had to fill around that little stage area where AJ and Will were. Mm-hmm. And in fact, I had a theory to begin with that they'd put that stage there because there wasn't enough people.
Oh, okay.
But then that's where they did the interview, so that's probably not right. Someone was speculating on Twitter as well that they probably have only put the interview in the main show because the late and live studio is too far away.
Oh yeah, they have to go in that buggy. That's when they were showing the footage from inside the house when they were going.
But they could get them there during the ad break, so I don't know why they did that.
It makes more sense to have the bloody interview with the main show.
Oh yeah, it does. And even if they move it back to a different studio, I would never want them to change that again.
No, and more people will watch it, and that's what they want, isn't it? More people watching the adverts and everything else.
I think they thought that they would get more viewers on Late and Live.
Nah.
Joseph from Las Vegas has just sent us the gif of Jack P. Shepherd's sunglasses falling down.
Yeah,
it's a good one to use that. One, save that to your camera roll. We'll tweet that. Can you save gifs off of Twitter?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll use that if you don't mind, Joseph. Thank you.
We'll tweet it on BB on Blast. If you can save it, save it. If you can't, sorry. Next is Connor.
Oh, nice.
Connor R. Hey, Lins and Gaz. We have two Connors, don't we? I think we do.
Yeah, but this is the most regular.
The real Connor.
And the longest, the longest standing.
Oh, look, people are sleeping in the pirate room.
Wow.
I'm so glad Celebrity Big Brother is back. The podcast for the first episode was so fun to listen to.
Oh.
Something about this cast I'm loving a lot more than last season.
I feel that.
It's good. This is good Big Brother, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good cast.
I don't know if that's the common opinion. I mean, it is with us.
I think it is.
Last year was like Sharon and Louis Walsh plus a load of other relevant people.
There's a lot of Deadwood. I don't think there's much Deadwood this year at all, actually.
No.
Who?
Donna.
I like Donna.
It's weird because I really loved her on that Scared of the Dark show, but on this she's not giving much.
They're just not showing her. Once some of the bigger characters go, they'll show more of the more boring.
That's true,
so to speak.
And I know that Jojo and Mickey had their blow up on day 2, but if Mickey was ejected, then we wouldn't have had her tricking him in that costume.
Yeah, that's true.
Which honestly was so funny.
It was funny.
I'm hoping to see more from Jack. I know Lindsay has said he's got a great sense of humour, but we aren't seeing it on the show.
I agree, we're not.
My favourites that I didn't know before the show are definitely Patsy, Chris, Chesney, Angelica, and Danny.
Okay.
God, you don't know Danny. Going in, I only knew who Jojo and Mickey were. Oh,
makes sense.
Just the Americans.
Yeah.
Love the pod. Glad CBB is back. Smiling emoji. Connor.
Aww, I like Connor. He's good energy.
And now we have quite lengthy.
God, how many fucking emails have we got?
Maybe like 4 more.
Shut up, we've not got 4 more.
Well, one's a statement.
Wow.
2 more after this.
Wow, that's loads.
So these are thoughts on week 1, and it's quite long. Should I tell you who it's from, or keep you? You'll know who this is from as I read it out.
Right.
Hey, Lindsay and Gaz, I thought it would be nice to do my duty as a loyal listener and share my thoughts on CBB so far. I'm sure you've been dying to hear.
Okay.
I'm loving it.
Lorcan.
Yeah.
How did I get
Well
that
done.
from that?
Do
And
you
he
know-
never said he was sending one in.
Earlier, I was doing a hand gesture
Yeah.
to talk about a well-known
Oh, yeah.
botanical garden in
Yes.
the UK, and Lindsay got it
Yeah, just from a
just
circle.
from a hand gesture.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm on fire today.
I'm loving it. Lots of laugh out loud moments, mostly due to Jackie Stallone's reincarnation as Mickey Rourke. Even down to asking BB to bring in professional chefs, lol. And they have the same botched face, yeah. Oh, I'm scared he'll walk, though. He's by far my favourite at the
Oh,
minute.
wow.
Just entertainment on another level.
Oh, we've got bad news for you, mate.
Everything he says is gold.
Yeah.
I'm not too fussed over the homophobia stuff.
From a gay man.
He apologised, and he and Jojo seem completely fine now. Yeah, they do seem fine.
Yeah. Well, we don't know
Did.
what's happened since, yeah.
So I think all the so-called fans online still moaning about it, complaining to Ofcom.
Yeah, I saw some of these Ofcom people. I just thought, fuck off.
Get away from our show.
Yeah, just shut up. What are you, an old person? Grow up. If you don't like it, fucking switch it off.
All these people complaining to Ofcom need to get over it. BB has gone so soft on ITV, in large part due to whiny fans not being able to watch conflict. This is what we want to see on Big Brother. It's a social experiment at the end of the day, so I'm happy to have people in there with prejudices and the like. Haha. I am too. Maybe that's not the right word, but as long as it starts a good discussion and makes good telly, I'm all for it.
This is what you were saying earlier.
It's true. If you don't further the narrative, if you shut it down immediately,
No.
if you don't like it, vote them out. Don't go on Twitter calling for people to be removed.
Yeah.
You're missing the point of the show. That being said, I'd like to see boring piece of shit transphobe Daily out on his ear. This is the thing. He hasn't got a redeeming feature. He's not good television.
Well,
he's not being
great
challenged.
athlete. Not very helpful in the Big Brother house.
I actually think if he'd express his transphobic views and they could be challenged, then he'd be valuable, but he's not even expressing them.
No, I don't think he'd fucking dare. Especially not on Big Brother.
I want the conversation to come up, so it can be put in his place. It's paining me to see Danny warming to him,
Yeah.
That will be an interesting late in life when Danny comes out.
Well,
they won't show Danny.
It'll
will
be
they?
an interesting podcast when Danny comes out.
Yeah, that's true.
That will be the interesting part. I think Danny will give some good gossip on the house as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Hope so. It's contracts though, you can't say too much.
We'll see.
Really enjoying JoJo so far. Thought she'd be really irritating. Yeah, so did I actually.
I like her as well.
Since that's a whole thing online, but she's great. As a huge EastEnders fan, I am enamoured by Patsy's every move.
Oh, God.
You try eating her broccoli, then see what you think.
Yeah.
Even if she hasn't done too much so far, Trisha is irritating as fuck. I know she's trying to be the mum of the housewives.
She said she didn't want to be the mum of the house.
I think housewives is an autocorrect.
He's 100%.
Because you talk about housewives a lot.
We do, yeah.
But mum of the house, but I find she's trying to talk down to people sometimes.
Yeah, she does.
She thinks she's the smartest person in the room, gets on my tits. Bad / offensive pun intended. Did I miss the pun?
She's got breast cancer, I think.
Oh,
Is that what he said?
Wish I hadn't asked. I'm very pleasantly surprised by Chris. He's very endearing for a Love Island thicko. Yeah, he is. Angelica is annoying. Jack has been a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, he has to be fair.
Sorry, I'm so thirsty. As far as Corrie actors go, I've always found him one of the more entertaining in the real world.
Do you know what? He's a good actor as well. He's one of the best actors in Corrie. Yeah.
I like him on Corrie. Oh no, on the Corrie versus Emmerdale soap quiz.
Oh yeah, I've watched
Lol,
that.
what is that?
Well. They have it at Christmas.
Oh god.
It was presented by Stephen Mulhern.
But he's given nothing so far.
No.
And I was hoping he'd go last night. Yeah, so was I.
I do think opinion will change on him this week.
It better.
It will.
My biggest criticism is I like a proper row in there, not just a pointed conversation. I want some shouting.
Well, maybe we'll get that tomorrow.
Something to shift the energy. I know it's early days, but it'll be over before you know it.
True.
And they need a good argument.
True.
We need Trisha to stop shutting down the conversations.
Yeah.
It should be on for 4 weeks, I think. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I've got so much to say. Oh, the voice is giving in now.
Do you want me to take over?
I'll see this one through.
Okay.
But I know, actually, that's from that, like, I've got so much to say, the fourth from the bottom, I think.
I've got so much to say, but I know how you hate a rambling email. I'm a bit fucking late now. And I think I've gone on enough, so I'll leave it there for now. We didn't need that whole sentence. So far, no complaints. Mickey to win, daily out next. Lots of love, Lorcan.
Thanks, Lorcan. I really enjoyed that email.
Yeah, I did too. Lots of
Don't listen to
opinions.
Lindsay. Keep it.
What did I say?
You said it's gone on long enough. Bit late now.
Well, okay, I'm going to read this last one out to save your throat.
Thank you.
Shall I say who it's
There's two
from?
more.
Oh, okay.
One's from the same person.
Well, this one's from Ashton. Hey, Lindsay and Gaz. I'm on the wrong
I
one.
think there's one more left, but it's fine. Do this one next. It's fine.
God, do you want me to fucking do
Sorry,
it?
I'm
or not?
micromanaging the email reading.
Jesus.
God, it's typical me.
Hey, Lindsay and Gaz. It's only been 6 days, but it seems like ITV have been listening to us, and I'm enjoying this series more than the last.
Hi, Ashton.
Firstly, the cast's amazing. So amazing that I don't really care that ITV were planning to make it an all-star series.
Yeah.
Not that I want a celebrity all-stars. I'd much prefer a civilian one.
Yeah.
The house
agreed.
is much better, and I hope now it's smaller they can put more money into changing the layout every year now. Yeah, right. When they started doing the eviction interview on the main show, I was utterly flabbergasted.
Yeah, same.
Though it might only have been because the BBL studio is further away, BBLL, I'd also like to think ITV are listening to us.
I hope so.
I think they are.
I actually had to ask a group chat, is this still the main show? What's happening
Yeah,
here?
I was confused as well. Speaking of, I'm surprisingly enjoying BBLL this year.
Yeah, it's much better.
Same, it's better.
Much better. It's got a bit more energy.
And the panel's better as well. I feel like the producers are taking some ideas from Bots, and
Yeah.
AJ has gotten way better.
Yeah.
AJ Shade, what about Will? My favourites right now, Angelica. Sorry, but how is she almost 50? True. Jojo and Chris, their friendship is so beautiful. Danny and Patsy, aka Julie, still baffled by that. It's a shame Michael was evicted yesterday. I think if he'd stayed longer, he would have become one of my favourites. Darn you, Corrie fans. I'm looking at you, Lindsay.
Who and Patsy, sorry?
Danny.
Danny and Patsy got a friendship.
No. Jojo and Chris's friendship is beautiful.
And who else is next in that list that Ashton's enjoying?
Angelica, Jojo and Chris, Danny and Patsy.
Oh, they're just people that Ashton
AKA
likes.
Julie, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Although it's nice having CBB back, I'm very much missing BB-can and Arissa right now.
Yeah.
And I hope that it comes back soon. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am. It's lovely to have you back. Have fun tonight.
Aw.
I was having fun earlier, getting a bit tired now.
There's
Is
one-
there more?
There's
I
one
don't know.
more.
Well, show me and I'll read it out. Thanks, Ashton. I miss Arissa as
It's
well.
Lorcan's follow-up.
Lorcan's follow-up. Well, my last email aged like milk. Ha ha. I look forward to seeing what happens tomorrow night. In that case, Patsy or Chris to win, I suppose. Disclaimer. I like that.
Oh, it's fast moving
Yeah.
this Big Brother
Fucking
tonight.
hell.
It's good, isn't it? It's exciting.
It's good. It's interesting.
Some good
There's
Big
a lot to
Brother.
talk about. God, all those emails. That's really cool.
Thanks.
That's great engagement.
Thank you to everyone that emailed.
Wow,
Thank
I
you.
know we always moan because we're tired when we get to the emails, but that's really flattering and nice to have all those people writing in.
Yeah, it is.
I
If
know.
you'd like to share your feelings about the Celebrity Big Brother house, email us to bbonblastpod@gmail.com and we'll read it out next week.
You've spoken too much. You've lost your voice.
I have. It's down.
Shit. Anyway, yeah, I guess we'll see or maybe not see what happens with Mickey tomorrow, depending on if they want to actually show us or not. Bet you they don't.
Come on, they've told us what happens, so they've got to show
Yeah,
it.
well, they haven't told us exactly what happens though.
Mm.
They'll show that bit, I would have thought, but I don't know if they'll show him getting the boot. No, they won't show him getting the boot. He'll disappear into the ether on a horse.
Because there'll be a long negotiation in the diary room.
Yeah, he'll just ride Donna out of out the front door. That or a suitcase. I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been
Fucking hell.
it's been a good first week. I've really
Yeah.
thought like it's just leveled up this series. Like
Yeah.
I've really found it really gripping Big Brother.
Yeah.
And I didn't think we were going to get back here on ITV, to be honest with you.
No. Hopefully it should carry on being good.
The risk is now that it just becomes suffocating task after suffocating task.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, I think they really need to take note that they had two really good episodes with no tasks, and everyone enjoyed it, and no one missed the task.
All the good ones were before the task. In fact, I found the task, even the power in the house task, quite boring.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't even for shopping. Like, it's like, we didn't need this. It's a filler task.
I'd rather just get to know the housemates.
I would too. I would. And this task better last for, like, a decent few days, and that be it.
Yeah.
I don't want any more tasks this week. One is enough.
Yeah, there'll be more than one.
Oh, for God's sake.
Anyway, follow me on Twitter, @VM. I'm only going to be there while BB is on, and then I'm out of there, man.
Follow me, BB_superfan.
And follow BB on Blast, because I'll probably tweet from there once I pack up this shit. No, hold on, that makes no sense, because there'll be nothing to tweet about. What else? Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Gaz just did a TikTok.
If you want to go on our TikTok, did I say I've done this? Did I plug this already?
You already said
Have a look at me dancing around. People relating to it, so you know.
Yeah, people liked it. It's got lots of likes. Read my book. Follow my book, First Aid Kit Girl. It's really good read.
And email us to bbblastpod@gmail.com and come back next week for more of our incessant rambling.
And leave Jack P. Shepherd alone. He's going to be good, and you're going to eat your words, I promise you.
See you next week.
Thanks for listening.
Bye. Bye.